Arne, you recently saw a flare that Nolan pointed out firing up in the sky, and you're running through the forest. The wind's batting against your face, and you're brushing through the shrubbery and the trees, pushing over branch as you sprint. What is everyone else doing?
I will keep pace with Arne.
We're doing this?
Come on, Arya.
Okay. I start running too.
With that, Arya, Astrid, Arne, and Nolan begin sprinting through the forest. Arne having a massive lead on the party.
Arne is pushing himself as fast as he possibly can, running at his max speed. He can't say anything, he can't do anything, and he only feels panic because this whole situation feels incredibly familiar to him, and his mind keeps pulling back to his very first mission and how it ended.
Your heart's beating heavily. The tie, the red crimson tie, starting to glow slightly as flames kind of lick off of your shoulder, though the muted colors still catching that. You all following behind see this trail of various shrubberies and at about shoulder length lit a flame following the path, dousing a few as you can, if possible. Running your way across. Arne, as you make your way forwards, I want you to roll a perception check.
A 3. Does this involve my ears or smell?
This involves your ears.
Oh, okay. Then I get advantage, which is a 15.
15. As you're running, you're sprinting. You're almost to the road at this point. As you're running along, you can hear the slightest crack of woods. Maybe I would say over 50 feet off to the right. It just the slightest click and clack of something moving through the woods, heading the opposite direction as you are. You have two options, and this is time sensitive. You can either choose to go forwards to where the flare was fired, or pivot right and try to figure out what this sound was as you hear something moving through the forest, heading the opposite direction than you are.
How far is the group behind me, my party?
You look over your shoulder in this quick instant, and you don't see them as you only have seconds to react.
I continue towards the flare. At the moment, ignoring all else, trying my best to make up any sort of lost time. I have nothing else to follow.
You brush off the sound and you go sprinting forwards, and as you do, you're making your way through, and there's the clearing. You're about to break through to the road, and as you do, you clear the tree line back to where that rock, like the sands where those bolts were found. You break through and you turn to your right, and there you see them. 4 party members currently all standing there, along with Lil Red. One of the party members currently off to the side, closer to the tree line, with an arrow straight through his right leg, and Lil Red standing there breathing heavily. Beyond them, the other Iron Hunters also look scrambled. At this time, the rest of the party also catch up to you as you're taking this all in.
It's been a bit. Do I remember exactly how many party members I had previously?
6 party members. Now 6 party members, not including the Syndicate. Now there are 4 party members and Little Red, so 5 people in total stand before you. They're kind of spread out. You can see that they were starting some kind of camp, and now they're kind of spread out as they're kind of regathering themselves. There seems to be a bit of confusion on some of their faces. Little Red is currently grasping at her bow in her right hand. Her fingers she's currently holding as though they were in pain. And then off in front of her, a few feet, is one of the Iron Hunters with an arrow straight through their leg.
Arne will immediately rush to the Iron Hunter that has the arrow in his body, and as he passes by Little Red, he sprints past her, still trying to maintain his speed, and he says, "What the hell happened here?"
You brush by Little Red, and she tries to, and you're already straight towards him. Jeremiah sits there with an arrow straight through his leg. She shot me! Help me, please! It hurts!
Arne, Oh, go ahead, friend.
I would like to go up to this wounded ranger, if you don't mind.
You walk up to Little Red as they're having an exchange. Little Red, I don't know what happened. And you can see she's holding her fingers in pain, her right hand, and the tips of her fingers, each the pinky, middle finger, and the ring finger, all have this gray coloration to them as she's holding it in pain, her right hand. You can see that her bow is dropped to the floor now, from that she was holding with her left hand, there being no string within the bow whatsoever. They started running to the forest, and I couldn't get them to stop. I didn't know what to do.
Arna, you check on your guy. I'm gonna I touch her fingers and put 10 points of healing into her hands. And then I'm gonna go over to the guy with the wound on his leg and
as you
try
walk
to do
up,
something with that.
as you do this, you feel a small pressure in you build up the healing energies in your body. Your flowers attempt to bloom, and you place your hands onto her wounds, and you can feel a pressure, almost like a vessel or something, like a dam with water pressed against them as the arcana pursues through your body and begins to be distributed. You can cast this spell, but you feel like there's something inhibiting you. If you wish to cast it, you may. It is up to you.
I look down at my hands. And then I try again.
This time you push through this almost like block in your hands, and your hands begin to glow and light with a bit of healing energy. As you do so, the healing energies reach her, and you drop 5?
I dropped 10.
10
healing.
You drop 10 healing. With that, one moment. Little Red, you see that her fingers, the pale black and whiteness that was hurting her, begins to almost reignite into flame and getting a bit of color. Whereas you, though, as you feel this energy pursue through your body and press into them, you feel a sudden, almost like your wrist kind of feels like it explodes. You almost feel like blood gushes from you, but you look down and there's nothing there. However, your max HP drops 2, as at your wrist you see a black and white band now.
Huh.
No one pushes up his glasses and approaches Arya and says, so you're a healer?
Oh no, that's also kind of beneath me. I kind of do everything, but sorry, I didn't mean to get in the way. I just figured I'd show off a little bit.
Yeah, you have a lot to show for, and he'll trace his finger over the mark he just gained. Did you not listen to what I said earlier?
No clue. No, not really.
I said, to reiterate, this place does not support magic of any sort.
Well, that's the good thing. I'm not a magic user, so...
He will point again to the wrist and say, it disagrees with you.
Well, I'll just have to talk to its manager, I guess.
At the same time as you guys having this dispute, RNA, the soldier who sits there with an arrow through his leg, grabs your tie and pulls you closely. I don't know what came over. She shot me. She's crazy.
As Arne gets pulled closer to him, his face turns less concerned and more serious, and he gently places his hand on the soldier's hand and says, no, she's not crazy, but neither are you. This place is doing something to us. You will be okay. We'll get you healed. Okay. We'll be okay. We'll get you healed. Remember who you are. You're an Iron Hunter. You're strong. Whatever this place is doing to us, we'll all make it through this, okay? I'll bandage you up. We'll take care of you.
Roll a charisma check.
Make sure it's deception, by the way.
With advantage, because you're talking to one of your soldiers.
You're his superior.
And you are familiar. This is Jeremiah Bunsen. This is a person that's been a part of your party with the ship for some time.
Yeah. Charisma ain't my strength.
And no one, as he's doing that, no one overhearing saying that she did something crazy, and that her words saying that she doesn't know what happened or what came over her. He's gonna try and see if he can see any traces or discern the possibility that enchantment magic was cast on her somehow.
I'll have you roll a general arcana check, and then I'll come back to you on that.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
17? Oh, 17, excuse me.
Yes.
So he looks at you, he looks at his leg with an arrow pierced straight through it, and breathes a bit. Sorry, Arne. Yes, sir.
You're okay. Don't worry about it. I understand. These things happen. They do. Like I said, we'll get you patched up. You'll make it out of this. Forgive her. This place affects us Cinderkins a little bit more differently than others, I believe. I don't know any details, but we're trotting through unknown territory right now.
Nolan, you had an 11?
Yes.
As you're trying to gather if there's been any spell in the area, you don't immediately see anything that would indicate that a spell has occurred. It's hard to determine without an identify magic, just blanket spell usage in the area. It would have to be maybe there would have to be physical change for you to gather. A charm or something of the sort would be very difficult to perceive without a ability to perceive magic like looming in the air. However, at the time that this is happening, an individual, one of the Iron Hunters, this one with a almost like cowboy brimmed hat and regular leather armor, comes along. Sir, they went running into the forest. Red told them to stop, and they didn't. So she shot them. I don't know what came over them.
He was looking at the man with the wound in his leg. Arne is visibly confused at the moment.
Everyone heard this strange sound, and several of the men went running into the forest, and I tried to stop them, but Little Red could only stop one.
Arne looks back to the man suspiciously. Do I know him at all?
Yes, you do. This is Louis. Louis is an Iron Hunter, but Louis, you've not specifically had a conversation with Louis in the past. But Louis looks at you. This man's got olive skin. He has a bit of a strange accent with a cowboy hat. And overall, you haven't really spent a lot of time around him, but you know of him.
Gotcha. Can I insight check him?
Absolutely.
Things are a bit confusing at the fuck. 4.
His face is difficult to read. He seems like to have a very monotone straightforwardness to the situation with a bit of panic. He's a little bit more composed than the others around him. But besides that, there's not much more to gather as he continues on. After the sound came along, they seemed to have something in their eye, and they went running, and they were not listening to any command from upper. And he nods his head towards Little Red as in terms of say like upper officials. They weren't listening to commands.
Arne nods his head before sticking his right hand in the air and performing a spinning motion with his finger and says, "Everyone, round up over here. We have to discuss some things."
Does that include us, or are we in this,
Yes.
or?
You would be affected
Come on.
by this too.
Astrid, what do you think of this?
I really don't know what to think about this. I thought we were just going to fix whatever this is and be done, but something deeper is happening that we need to find out.
Yeah, it seems kind of weird. You would think we would be able to hear some strange noise from where we were if it was between us and them, but doesn't seem to be the case.
Who knows?
Who knows? All right, boss man, what do you want from us? Looking at the fire guy.
Nolan, Gregory. This seems to play into the tracks we found earlier. A soldier randomly went sprinting off into the woods for seemingly no reason. Seemed like he was in a hurry, but there wasn't anything chasing him from what I understand. Arne looks back to his soldiers for confirmation.
Little Red, no, they were just standing here. We were setting up camp, and then two of them went running, and I couldn't stop them. And then the third one, I yelled, and she looks over and she goes, I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do. You wouldn't stop. Jeremiah has an anger with him, but she's apologizing for shooting him in the leg because that was the only way she could stop him.
Arne looks to Jeremiah and says, well, why didn't you stop?
You don't know what she's talking about. She just shot me. I was building camp and then I was here. Meanwhile, he's limping. 2 other soldiers currently help him walk. Bud, one of the soldiers helping him walk, speaks up and goes, he was helping me and then he dropped everything. To which Jeremiah turns, I did not drop anything. I was just helping. We were setting up camp. Bud kind of like drops it real fast.
No one will ponder the idea like on still trying to go down his enchantment spell like theory. Does he know that someone on the effects of a certain level of enchantment spell could potentially not remember their actions while they're under that spell?
Ooh, absolutely. He would know that very well. Many charms leave you not knowing what happened. Lil Red speaks up and goes, there was like a whistle, some terrible scream. That's when it all started.
Where did you hear the scream or sound originate from? Which direction?
They all look together towards the path, not the path you guys took back, but into the same northwestern area into the forest. I'll pull it up on the map. So you all are in the beginnings of the Nelagrad forest around the bulwark where my mouse is, and you guys went sprinting from about here backwards, or maybe not that far, but about here backwards to the road, and they all point at a different entry point, the same direction, almost parallel with your path, but in a different location. Well over a few hundred feet. It's pretty far. You guys were deep in the forest by the time that all the flare action happened.
How far am I? Am I still in the forest? Because I do remember saying that I did stay back.
Ooh, Gregory, excuse me. Yeah, that's right, Gregory. Roll a perception check.
Oh, okay.
What a mention.
Based.
Good call, because you're absolutely right. I've lost track of that.
I got a 16.
I did too.
16, roll a wisdom saving throw. As you begin to hear this terrible whistling sound, like almost a howling creature.
18.
18. You shake it off. You hear what sounds like a whistle. Off somewhere, maybe a few hundred feet off to what would be essentially north of you, maybe northeast of you, and you can hear several movements in the jungles. What would you like to do?
Okay, I would like to track and follow the movement.
You immediately drop what you're doing, follow the tracks, and you start heading on your way. It's not hard.
I would like to stay back though, like
all right,
scouting.
Roll a stealth check. Okay.
25.
25.
Oh,
Gregory.
My ranger boy.
Wow. 25. All right. As this is all happening and they're all having conversations, trying to piece together what happens, you break into a crouch. You know, you're a leopard-like stance. You sneak through the forest as you always do. You're very keen on this. You're carrying to you're stepping on leaves and somehow the leaves crunch quietly. And as you're traveling, you see several beings fly through the forest trees. 1, 2, 3, and you can see 4. Excuse me. As the wings kind of flap. Looks like to be almost people and being dangled from what would be large wings that fly through the forest trees. Although then you see that they're almost all connected. It's not like birds carrying people, but almost people looking like birds as they go flying forwards. And then a little bit farther forwards, you see 2 men, ironwood soldiers, currently almost sprinting in like the fastest way they possibly can, chasing after the birds as the birds turn occasionally to scream as they just get reinvigorated with another burst in speed.
Oh.
Each time you hear this scream, it's like a piercing like headache, but you wave it off, although it hurts your ears in general.
Ooh, okay. So, what is Scout's code? I do remember we don't really engage, which is kind of...
Scouts
go back
in the Iron Forests are intel gatherers for the most part. Scouts for the Ironwood mercenaries they a lot of times will gather what the threat is, report it accordingly, so that way the group can make a decision that's best. However, there are many situations where a scout may need to follow the opponent before reporting in order to know where the X nest is for a monster, to know where the threats are going, to get a good pin on what's happening. It's up to them to make the decision on what is best as you see these beings pass by.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the bean again and use my hunter's sense. Kind of check it out. See if it has any immunities or resistances that I recognize.
Ooh, now in that matter, those bird creatures flew by fast as hell. Like to catch that would be actually. I'll have you roll a perception check at I'll just have you roll a base perception check, and depending on that score will be if you caught quickly into any kind of weaknesses as they were just passing through the forest tree line.
Okay.
Then keeping track of them and hunting them would be very difficult as they fly. 22. Okay.
My boy is repping the Rangers. I gotta respect it.
Wow. All right, so you had a millisecond of seeing like this full being creature. And at this point, with your 22 perception and your first thing, as you sprint and you're going stealthily through, you manage to catch that there are these creatures whose arms are wings and they have like humanoid bodies and talons on their legs. And they fly through, but their bodies are beautiful women bodies with long hair, and their face opens in an unnatural way each time they scream outwards. As far as particular weaknesses, you don't gather any particular weaknesses, but you do get a much better look at what they are. Now, just so I don't cheat you, does it just give weaknesses and vulnerabilities, or does it give you anything else?
It says I can choose a creature within 60 feet, and I can immediately learn any damage, immunities, resistance, and vulnerabilities that they have that is not hidden from.
In the moment you see them,
magic.
You gather that they have no immunities and no particular vulnerabilities.
Okay.
As they go flying off. Now, keeping track of them would be quite difficult as they're flying beings. However, you also see the Ironwood soldiers sprinting after them, leaving a very obvious and easy to track trail. You have two choices. Follow.
All right, I'm
going
to follow. I'm going to follow.
All right.
Do I have to roll stealth again, or I just keep following?
The soldiers continue sprinting through the forest tree line, and we'll come back to you as you begin your pursuit. As for the other party, currently trying to gather what's going on, what are you all doing? You have everybody grouped together, RNA, and currently everyone's kind of in the same spot.
I think we now notice that Gregory is not with us after we all gather together and notice he's missing.
Fair.
It's a week now. Did he notify me?
No, but that's not abnormal for scouts to do. They act on their own and then they report. And if they don't return, you know it was a bad situation.
I will give the... Oh, sorry. Can you continue?
Arne stands with the party looking at the wounded soldier and looks to the rest of the group, including the current, albeit temporary, newfound members.
Yeah.
He says, we can discuss how this happened later. Soon, but later. Right now, we do have soldiers missing we need to find. But it's too dangerous to let a group be here on their own. And it's even more dangerous to risk something like this happening to another syndicate. I think again, split into two groups. So this time, it's mostly to patch up the wounded soldier. He won't be able to keep up with us. That's fine. But you'll need someone to watch over you. And RNA looks towards Astrid, stares at him for a good 6-7 seconds before saying, You look like you're one that's good with your fists.
Yeah, I've been told from time to time.
He fought a crocodile. He's pretty cool.
Thanks, Arya.
Okay.
No problem.
I don't believe that was relevant information, but I'll keep that in mind in case we see any crocodiles. All right.
It could happen.
Yeah. So, would you be willing to help me find my soldiers? You and I would be leading the front of the group.
Absolutely. Oh, and just before we start our little game plan, This is Arya. And I point at Arya.
Hello.
I am Astrid.
You could also call me Heaven's
No.
Knight or
You're Arya.
Heaven's
We're
Bride
not in
or-
heaven. We're in the forest. Your forest's night right now.
There's no honor about Forest Knights.
On hearing the term heaven, RNA squints his eyes at Arya for a moment before looking back to Astrid and saying,
I know.
I'll call you Big Blue for now. I'll call you nothing, as he points to Arya and says, if you both live through this, I'll make a note of remembering your names. And I'll owe you a favor.
Okay, I think. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a great deal. I think I'll call you Embers. Small embers, tiny embers even. The kind that won't even be good enough to.
Very hilarious. Now
Light
can
a
we get
cigarette.
moving? And no one's gonna pull out his compass again and like begin the track.
You want to see moving. Astrid, let's
He's
do the
not
thing.
listening to them anymore. He's walking.
RNA has also begun ignoring and walking off.
Oh, yeah.
He stops for a moment and says, Little Red, I think I want you with my team. You. As she starts talking, he points to Arya while she's talking and
Yeah.
says, you, white hair.
Oh, I thought I was.
More of that
I
healing
thought I was
shit.
useless. I thought you were gonna call me
Nothing is in
useless.
Arya stops and grabs his the bridge of his nose and says, listen,
Mhm.
do me a favor and stay here for a moment. Help the soldier get patched up. You look like a fighter, right? That sword isn't just for decoration.
It's for decoration and for fighting. I think I could do both fairly well.
Good. Can you stay here for me for a bit? Make sure that soldier gets patched up. Same case, if we need you or the rest of the soldiers, we can shoot a flare. Keep an eye out for it.
If you shoot that flare, expect me in less time than you think.
I'll call. I'll yell for you, Arya.
Okay.
Now, let's go
Fine.
get your soldiers.
Please.
RNA!
What?
I couldn't. And she holds her bow. The thing that he fixed, it was because I made my bowstring.
What?
I can't shoot my arrows. When I fired it, I and she holds up her bow that is unstringed. And as you know, when she pulls it back, she uses her Cinderkin form to fire an arrow. However, her doing so resulted in the three fingers to become those blackened, like damaged fingers that Arya fixed. And she says, I can't shoot them.
I was worried it was something like that. That's why you're with me. We'll have to protect you. Are you any good with melee combat?
Yeah, I can stab with my arrows. I needed you to know that because you want to shoot flares and I can't.
That's fine. I'll handle the flare.
Can you use a mace?
I mean, I will hit him with my bow. That's not the problem. The problem is you plan on shooting flares, and I'm telling you that you might succumb to the same problem.
I'll find a way.
Okay.
That's right. It's a
I
magic
always
thing.
do.
Just needed you to know, sir. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate it. It's good information. I'm sorry, things are a bit stressful. Come on.
Yes, sir.
RNA begins following after Nolan.
Tapping
Basically
his
pulled out the
foot.
compass and started walking.
If you guys leave, they're gonna like me more.
Continuing to ignore him, RNA leaves.
So
And just before we're out of earshot, Arya, eyes on a swivel. Counting on you, bud.
I have a thumbs up, like yeah, okay,
Oh
whatever.
my god, he's screwed.
So what's your name?
I'm from heaven.
That's what I thought that was going to lean
You ever met a guy from heaven?
Ever met a guy from heaven or
Jeremiah.
Who's
Jeremiah? Cool. Well, I'm gonna make sure you don't get shot.
Okay. Thanks. What's your name?
The next 2 hours should be Arya explaining who he is and what he does.
As you go off on your rant.
Arya Sophia, son of heaven, pride and joy of it all.
Oh, no.
Wait, I can still hear him from over here.
As you guys are walking off, I want to understand. You took along Little Red, but did you take on any of the other soldiers, or are they all with Arya?
They are currently all with Arya as a backup.
Understood.
And they will tend to the wounded soldiers. Arya is left there to protect them, as Arya will very much likely see that Arya is a good bit stronger than the default soldier.
Understood. You guys begin on your trek to follow. Now, are you following the tracks that the soldiers took, or are you following your compass on the original track, original path? They do go similar directions, actually. So,
Nolan was going to stick to the compass path, knowing that whatever they encountered was off on that side.
that's true. I recognize they're going to the same location. That was my bad.
Right.
All right. So you guys set off following the compass as well as the tracks because they go similarly, just in different starting spots. Now, Gregory, I want you to roll a stealth check.
All right, here we go. 12. Ooh.
Well, I'll give you 1 second. As you're going forwards and you're sneaking up, there's a second where the running starts to slow down, and you're like as you're following the path, you're staying far enough back that essentially nothing can see you per se, but you're walking your way through, following the obvious path that these soldiers were just barreling. As you step ahead and step forwards, you sneak up and you start to see a clearing in the what would be the wooded area. And because you followed, at this point, what you currently... Give me 1 second, actually, as I'm going to put the game on pause. 1 moment, because I just realized where you are.
Oh, battle map.
Yep, battle map. Give me 2 shakes.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Wow, you
There
actually...
we go.
Major. Good move.
Me and the other soldiers are braiding each other's hair.
Perfect.
Gotta keep the morale up.
Oh, yeah. They're going to teach me how to tie ropes. Or whatever else Iron Hunter guys do.
And then how to tie a knife to your hair.
Oh, yeah.
Go back and forth.
I'm going to be so Hunger Games pilled.
Once this loads, we'll be ready to rock and roll. The power of editing. I can get rid of all that wait time.
Damn it.
All right. What you see, Gregory, as you are sneaking your way through, you see an opening in a clearing in the woods. Several large rocks stand, and you see you see 2 of the soldiers essentially sprinting their way as fast as they can forwards. One of the soldiers up near a being with these large batted wings in this woman's face keeps screaming at him as he stands there at the rock looking upwards with almost like a emptiness in his face. And the other one currently sprinting their way through the middle of the field. And about halfway through, as he sprints through the middle of the field, there's this massive hand that explodes out of the ground, immediately grappling onto him, crushing his body and ripping downwards as the entire body of the what was an Iron Hunter soldier disappears, just completely gets broken into several pieces. Arms go flying, legs go flying, so the chest cavity gets crushed by this massive stony hand, and the stony hand sucks back into the ground, disappearing once again. And immediately, several harpies start flying around, flocking, screeching, yelling, and they start jumping down, grabbing bits and pieces, trying to get pieces of the now destroyed person. They're grabbing at one another almost ravenously. You can see now from this distance. I want you to roll a perception check.
Oh. Do I recognize these creatures, by the way? Have I seen these before?
I'll have you roll a perception check, and I'll have you roll a history check.
Okay, history.
22, you said?
History. And a 19 on history.
19 and 22. Wow. You do recognize these creatures, but you've not met them yourself before. You recognize reading these as you, as a scout, spend a lot of time reading and studying up creatures of various locations. Even though you haven't had to take up a job in this location, These are harpies. And what you see with your perception check is that their stomachs are horribly, horribly emaciated. They're starving creatures. They're all looking like decrepit. Their face withered. When you've read of them as having a beautiful song, and you've read of them as having a gorgeous face and perfect features, but instead you see hunger. You see animalistic behavior, more so than even what a harpy should have. You see depravity and fear in their eyes as they all scramble and fight one another for the food. You see one harpy slash with their talons at another, almost like ravenous crow, desperately trying to get the food from their now destroyed, what was a person. So much so that they don't even seem to notice as that massive moving piece of earth moves yet again. A piece of it almost rolling forwards like a little mound before grabbing onto another harpy. The harpy, as it just grabs it with two hands and crushes it. The harpy splattering into pieces as it almost explodes into a gusher of blood, completely separating into pieces as bony legs go on. The harpies immediately hop back into the air like scared birds, flying up into the tree line, disappearing, some of them hopping back into their perch before it slowly calms down again. What are you doing during this time?
All right. Do I recognize the golem as well, or?
The thing that's been popping up and out of the ground disappears once again. And I'm afraid, and I'll have you roll an Arcana check.
Oh God, Arcana. Nat 1.
Unfortunately, you are highly skilled in monster hunting. That is your forte. You're highly skilled with that which is natural. But to you, arcane is unnatural. And this being is completely foreign to you.
Okay. I am going to... Do I remember how to use the pythons that Nolan gave me?
You take a look at them. And
Okay.
yes, they have a very clear singular button to press. And Nolan, you remember quickly a moment where Nolan was like, don't press this button unless you have to, da-da-da-da. But yes, he gave you a quick rundown. And you understand that when you click the button, it will stay where it's at. And you cannot move it once again. But you do know how to use the pit.
Okay. I am going to look around the area and try to see if I can gather any important information.
Mhm.
I'm specifically looking for, like, the origin of Greyrot or anything that I see like suspicious.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check again.
Oh God! Don't be a 1. A 6.
Unfortunately, while you're well studied and all things but magic, you're in this desaturated area, and in fact, you have no idea if this has anything to do with the origin of Greyrot, as the Nolan was talking about. All you know is that you followed some of your soldiers, and as you're watching this happen, you watch as one of the soldiers, Corian, begins to walk closer and closer to this harpy, just calling them forwards, just completely staring forwards, and you can see in his eyes they're completely white. You can see no iris and no pupil as he stares upwards, almost just with a huge grin on his face, looking up at the harpy, just calling them.
Okay. I got a question. So, do I recall like harpies being quick to scare, or specifically like really dangerous?
You know them as dangerous. You know that they have a ability to call and entrance men and women. However, you don't really know of their temperament, as they're not. It's really hard to study a harpy up close. They're not the most conversationalist, right? So unfortunately, you don't know exactly of their personality types. There are different. Some accounts have brought them as skittish. Other accounts have brought them as non-skittish. It really depends on the harpy situation. Are they in their lair? Are they out and about? You're gonna have different reactions.
Oh, I got another question. What is Center's policy with Iron clan members, like possibly being too far gone to save? Like, do we abandon each other, or like?
It is a
what's the
case-by-case
policy?
basis, and it is up to the individual's judgment on the situation. The dangers of hunting in the Iron Woods are so great that they cannot be narrowed down into a book. They cannot be a every time you have X, you equal Y. It is a you are trained and you have to do your best. And time's running out for Corian as you're contemplating on what to do. You only have maybe 2 more rolls before something bad happens as the harpy reaches down ever so closely. Its face getting smiling, even with the witheredness to it, now smiling, trying to call it back. And it tries to sing, and you hear as it's just almost its teeth is opening upwards, its head is turning to the side as Corian is almost giving his head to it.
Okay, how far off are they? Like, are they within 60 feet, or?
They are quite far off. Let me grab. As you're trying to get this, you're running low on time. They're 75 feet away from you. At least this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna try to shoot it.
You ready your crossbow? Roll to hit.
And but before I do, I'm going to. Let me see. Give me a second here. I'm just trying to read the rules, make sure I don't like cheat here.
You're good. If it's beyond your crossbow's length, if it's in the second, or what are you trying to do? I might be able to help.
I'm trying to see if I can favor foe it.
I see. I think favored foe is actually a ranger thing that you opted not to use. I think favored foe is specifically, it's like a James favorite foe. Isn't that
He can
something?
do it.
He can. Okay, you can shoot. You can. Is that like an active thing?
It uses his. Hold on. Now
I see it. I see it. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you may call upon your bond to mark the target. So,
Was this also
you have to
a
hit
surprise
first.
attack, or
you have to hit it first. What'd you say?
is this a surprise attack?
This would be with advantage because it does not know where you are. That's right.
Okay, so I could roll to hit it.
You can roll to hit, absolutely. And you roll with
and
advantage.
favor foe it. Okay.
If it's within your range, which I believe it is, but I'm not sure.
My range is 100 with a
Yep,
400.
it's within your range.
Okay. Disadvantage 400. Okay.
I will say you will have to move to the right or left a little bit, which is okay if you're all right with that, to get that angle, because this does block your line of sight. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna roll to attack with advantage. Oh, I'm glad I did it with advantage.
Wow.
There was a 1 in there.
Ooh boy.
There's the loud as the arrow goes flying out of the crossbow. The harpy with its head, with its mouth almost opening to an unnatural level, starting to go over Corian's helmet, trying to reach down to crush his head like a melon. There's a as you immediately the crossbow finds its way into its body. It starts flapping its wings up into the air. All the other harpies that are in the area, you can hear starting to call to one another. As they get startled, it goes flying up into the air. Roll your damage.
Okay. That is 4 plus. So 9.
9 damage. 9 damage as it goes flying up into the air. There's several harpies starting to fly up. There's feathers going everywhere as the harpies turns its head looking directly at you. And we'll come back to you after we interact with our other party. All right.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll have you roll initiative.
Okay.
All right. Two shakes, everybody. All right. Back to our other party. Currently rushing through the forest. I want you guys. Who's leading the party in terms of hunting down? Well, actually, you have a compass, so you guys are traveling along the ways for some time before you eventually. I want you all to roll a perception check. Or no, sorry, whoever would be the leader. So Nolan and I would say RNA maybe unless you guys have other opinions.
I think we decided that RNA and Astrid are the very front of the party.
Okay.
With Nolan very close.
Roll. I want Astrid and RNA to roll a perception check as you're traveling.
Okay. That's an 18.
Does it include smell or hearing?
No.
No. I'm gonna ask that every time. Keep that in mind.
No, okay, that's fine. No problem.
11.
11. Astrid.
Yes.
You're the first one to notice that you see what looks to be panther tracks that begin to hit the path you're on and then pivot, and you notice that you're now following these panther tracks that would be completely like you were following soldier tracks and the compass, and now there's also these panther tracks going along the path as well.
Whoop. Here, guys. There's your cat.
What?
His tracks are right here. Does he leave a lot?
Yeah, they tend to do that, but there's no telling if it was because of his own true will or if something happened to him like the soldiers.
Well, better to follow him. Let's see what happens.
Be aware that we may be walking straight into what is luring everyone else.
Then let's be quiet about it.
Did the panther tracks go the same way as the compass was showing, or did you say they pivot into a different direction?
They pivot the same direction as the compass, actually. They were going from where you were, and then it takes a direct path with the compass.
Gotcha. Well, looks like we're all about to meet up anyways. And we'll continue moving.
And it's about this time, as you guys see these tracks, that suddenly there's a seemingly large movement upwards, up in the air. You can hear these strange screaming, screeching sounds up in the air, like birds calling outwards. It's very faint, but it exists nonetheless. And it kind of rings outwards for a second before it goes quiet again.
Did you hear that?
Did. Hated it. Every second of it.
You guys
Never good to go too loud noises, but in this situation, I think that's our best option. We might find your cat and your missing soldiers.
You guys.
Any other time, I'd say that we should just let them be expendable and consider them a lost cause like the other ones. However, they still happen to be in the path.
Not one of my soldiers are expendable. Never have been, never will be.
Astrid thinks on the word expendable. Must be nice. He thinks to himself.
My robe is not conducive for quiet movement as he... His robe is dragging against everything.
Lifts it like a dress.
I was about to say, lifts it like a skirt or something.
Yeah.
That's great.
Even then his sleeves are also getting cut.
You guys progress at a moderate pace, just taking in the information and moving solidly, not slowly, but also not rushing your way through the brush as you travel. And we'll pan over to Arya. As Arya, you're currently explaining to him, still not yet healed him, as his leg is currently like, and you're just talking about who you are, where you're from, what's your accolades. What are you doing during this time?
Well, basically, they think I'm just playing a game, but really, because I can't use... No, I'm not saying this to him.
Oh, sorry.
This is me saying it to you, DM.
Okay, sorry.
So bro's about to be confused.
People think I'm just laughing and joking and haha and saying stuff. I can't use my magic to heal, and I have very limited healing knowledge, so I'm going to try to distract him with a long story while trying to sneakily deal with the wound, because I didn't like what happened to my hand turning a little black and white.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him this long story about how I killed a dragon that totally wasn't a crocodile, while trying to stealthily make a medicine check and help out a little bit with his leg.
Roll a medicine check as he's like, yeah. Are you gonna do the same thing you did to her, or oh, that's really interesting. Please, anytime.
I rolled a 12.
Well,
Yeah.
you wrap up his leg, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're just telling him this long story, and
am I supposed to take the arrow out, or just leave it in?
Yeah, no, you can leave it in for now. Especially, I mean, we don't want to make it bleed more. Once we get out of here, we can take it out. I'm gonna just rip it out, and it's gonna
Okay.
be really painful. It's gonna be
Oh.
awful, actually.
Oh no.
And then I'm going to heal you
Well,
after the dome is down. So you better hope that your Ember guy is cool and does it.
but you're gonna wait?
What?
What?
No. Anyways, you were talking about who you guys were.
Yeah.
You guys are what?
We're the Iron Hunters,
that's
and
not Reinhardt's, yeah.
yeah, you were supposed to help me with the leg problem.
No, keep talking. I'm working on it. And
It
I'll
hurts.
pretend to. I'm gonna throw in 10 more HP towards him.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. If you choose to do that, you feel that same pressure that blocks you. Do you still cast?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You force that through, and you feel that pressure in your wrist. I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'm feeling lucky.
Shouldn't say that.
Lucky.
The worst thing to ever say
Would you-
before you roll a dice.
would
Have
you
you never
make-
been gambling?
Escalatus.
8.
8.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hate to see it.
This time, as you're casting, you had that pressure, and you feel that same blast in your wrist. It searing pain. It almost feels like a blood vessel or dam breaks of pain. It goes down from your wrist to the bottoms of your hands and palms, and it feels like a carpal tunnel. It feels like this almost aching, awful pain. You do heal him, and his leg gets healed around the arrow. So the arrow's still there, but there's blood stops, but the arrow gets healed around, and he's like, are you sure we weren't supposed to take this out? But you weren't able to focus on that as the pain sears upwards, and your hands almost start to roll upwards as you look down. You see upwards to the tops of your palms and down your forearm, now gray and white on both hands. This terrible pain in that area. You take 10 points of your max HP gets reduced as that happens.
Wow. I mean, who could have saw that coming? Anyway. Yeah, so, no, like I said before, I'm a professional. Once we turn off the magic thing, I'm just gonna pull it out and we're gonna give you an actual healing, okay?
Okay.
This is just to stop the pain.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you're gonna tell me everything about your little fire dude, all right? And just don't leave any details out.
Oh, thank you. It doesn't even hurt, even though look at this, guys. And he's pointing out. He's messing with the feather in the arrow. He's like, it's in me, but I don't feel it. That's crazy. How do you do that?
No, well, I'm all right. I'm a really cool guy. You just gotta trust me. Just
Wow.
you guys tell me a story, please. How about that?
And they begin speaking with you, and lots of people are lots of the soldiers are like, what? What? There's several. It's are you a ranger? There's a little bit of confusion in the air regarding that. Now travel back to Greg.
Yo.
You were in a very serious position, or a very serious situation. As you're currently, you fire that crossbow, but the harpy takes to flight, and they begin flying around in circles. You had a surprise. Did you roll? Have you rolled initiative?
Yeah, I got a 14.
14. All right. So it is your turn. What would you like to do? As surprise round, this is now the top of the round. It is your turn. The harpies begin taking flight.
Previous round, I actually had a extra attack I could have done.
I'm afraid. Definitely catch me on that in the future. However, you do have the loading feature as well. I don't know if you have the feat for that. So, in this, we're going to start a fresh round.
I do have the feat for that. Yeah. Okay. So, I got you. Do I see where the wounded harpy was?
Yes, it's exactly where it was before. Now, just starting to take flight.
Okay. I am going to. I guess okay. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna change my position. I'm gonna. It is called. I'm gonna use my bonus action. Okay. To use wild shape.
Okay.
To turn into. Not wild shape. Is Swift Stride a bonus action type reaction? Oh, but I cast it as a bonus action. Okay. So I'm gonna. Here we go. As a bonus action, I'm gonna assume a more bestial appearance.
Okay.
And this lasts for 1 minute, or until I die.
I follow you.
While I'm shifted, I get to. My walking speed increases by 10 feet, and I can move up 10 feet as a reaction when a creature ends its turn within 5 feet of me.
All right. So
So I'm gonna take that extra movement. Yeah, go ahead.
as that happens, Gregory, you take your animal instincts start to get your adrenaline starts to go, your heart rate kicks up, your fangs snarl as you almost get like the cat like your mouth starts to twitch in an aggressive tone as your eyes they become tight slits, like a cat on the hunt, and immediately you're in a focused position as you activate your wild instinct. Now you have +10 to your movement. What would you like to do?
I would like to move like behind this tree the max amount I can.
Double click where you want to
Oh,
go. That way I can see the ping.
Okay. All right, can I do that with like right here? Yes.
All right, what's your movement speed?
It would be 40 with Swift Stride.
So with 40, you can make it a total of 30, 40. You can make it about right here.
But I don't want to be in a way that I like can't see him. I think that's good, right? I can still see.
You can see there. You're just not in
okay.
any cover, but you are able to see them. Absolutely.
Is the soldier here? Is he still in a trance?
All right, roll a perception check.
Okay.
This is a free action.
I got 14.
14. You do see his eyes completely blank and white as he stares upwards. He is still in a trance.
All right. So do I recall how to deal with that for my history, or do I have to roll again?
I'm afraid that the only way to deal with that particular thing, it would be either to kill the harpy or for him to break out of it himself, as well as if there are certain spells you might have that deal with status effects.
Ooh. Status effects, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Sorry. Is the stream paused for anybody? And also,
Yeah, the stream's paused.
Yeah,
for me.
stream is paused for me as well.
All right, let me try to fix that.
Also, is the game like active? You know, like in your browser. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Is the
and
game
as in
active in my browser? Yes.
to Gregory, for him to look at it.
Yeah, it's up for me. The
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
the
Yeah.
TTV is up. I don't know if he's moved because I'm not actively looking at it, but it is up right now.
Yeah, it's up.
oh wait.
I'm looking at it.
Okay. How do you guys get to it again?
I'll send you a link.
Button,
There's a
like
button that
up
says like
for
join
characters.
BTT on your
Yeah.
character.
So-
Gotcha. I don't think I have it because I don't think I have the extension.
Oh, that's not too hard to grab.
Reinstall it.
Yeah, I was just confused as to why I couldn't join anything,
Gotcha.
and I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay. Got it.
All right, we all good?
What's the extension
Yeah.
called? I'm sorry.
Above VTT. ABOVE VTT.
Gotcha. Thank you.
No
Sorry
problem.
about that, fellas. I do that.
That's okay. We could just edit this out. It's not live anymore. We could make as many mistakes as we want. And
Yep.
it's just more work for Rose.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
You're right.
Like this is okay. That's what I love about this. But is the
this
stream
is
fixed for you all now?
perfectly Okay.
Yep.
I'm
Yes.
6 now.
Perfect.
I'm working.
It's not. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Popping back into it. Gregory, what you doing?
All right.
Still have an action and a bonus action.
I am going. Oh, bonus action. No, I used bonus action for the short ride.
To shift.
Yeah. So now I'm going to go ahead and attack it again.
All right.
My crossbow. All right, let me roll to hit. 16.
16. That will
Yes.
hit.
Okay.
And if it's the same one that got marked, it takes extra damage.
Nice. And unless it takes a bonus action to mark it, because he did shift.
Well, he marked it last time, I think.
Got you. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So it takes
An extra d6, I think.
It said the favorite foe damage seemed like it popped up already, possibly.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's popped up already. It's doing a D4.
1d4.
A favorite foe.
Yeah.
Yep.
oh, is it popping up?
Yep,
already?
I got your damage
Yeah,
for
it is.
13 on your crossbow, and then I got 3 on your favorite foe.
Yep. That's what I've
Okay.
seen.
Damn.
Nice. And you got a second attack too.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And I'm gonna use it.
Roll to hit.
I'm gonna use it. All right, here we go. All right, 24.
That will hit.
Okay.
Smack that bird out of the sky.
Dude. How's
What
it feel
the
to hit
fuck?
stuff, Matthew?
It feels good, man. Like really.
Yes.
Finally getting his fucking come
All
up.
right.
Whoa!
Yes. You gotta rep. He's gotta rep the ranger, best class in the game.
Gregory, as you fire these 2 bolts, how do you want to take them down? It's starting
wanna
to take
aim for
flight.
his-
Yeah, go for it.
I want to aim for his ugly mug,
Oh my god. So with that,
ugly mouth.
you aim forwards,
Go ahead.
the harpy's beginning to take off, and before it can even make it more than 10 feet in the air, you sprint forwards almost like a soldier running through a fucking battlefield. You lean upwards, halfway through your movement, you fire out, the crossbow goes flying, and as that crossbow is flying, you're already moving, you're reloading the next bolt. You stop at that 45 feet, you aim forwards and fire again. The harpy immediately finds one bolt in its chest and the other bolt straight through its jaw as it falls backwards with a as it falls backwards dead. Then Corian's eyes start to come back to consciousness as that happens. Oh my god.
Can I say something as he's coming back
Yeah.
or no? All right, I yell, Corian, my friend, look alive. We're surrounded by enemies. Get to safety quickly.
Yeah, I got it. All right, that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I end my turn now.
Right, this harpy immediately takes flight and goes running off into the forest. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Disappears off the map. All right.
Ooh, like out of fear.
Corian also goes running towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this harpy begins, it's going to take the, let's see. Now, what's your passive wisdom?
My passive wisdom.
Ooh,
Give me a second.
Definitely beat it, I bet.
Yeah, it's 13.
13. All right, this harpy goes disappearing into the forest. And like that, you're out of initiative.
Nice. Okay. Now that I'm out of initiative, I relay everything I saw to Corin, and we try to get a safety. Don't want to get disintegrated.
As you guys are as you're explaining that, RNA, I'm going to move over to RNA, Shacklethorn, and Astrid. You guys are traveling forward, and at this point, you guys start to see bones on the path that you're going.
And
And
Little Red.
Little Red. Excuse me. Thank you. Thanks for the correction. You guys begin to see bones, and you begin to see bodies, and you begin to see armor lying on the path that you're traveling on. It's almost like a little graveyard of various things all around.
Recognize any of the armor as I'm passing by it?
As you're looking over it all, nothing's to recognize. A lot of this is decayed and rusted over as though it's been here for a very long time. Some of it's like commoner clothes that have been like torn up over time, and there's skeletons at this point. Overall, everything here seems to be like mostly destroyed and due to time. And up ahead, as you're traveling and passing all this across, there is a roll. Not even the roll for perception check, but you can see there's Gregory currently checking up on another soldier down the path. You can see
And I
Gregory and
continue
Corey.
sprinting forward towards Gregory.
You guys, you begin sprinting forwards. What are you other three doing?
Right beside RNA, I guess.
He's gonna keep a lookout to see what just happened. If you can see the harpies flying off and potentially identify it
Roll a perception check.
as a harpy. Perception check. Blammo. That's pretty good. That's 21.
You do see the wings of a harpy running through the forest off to what would be on this map, off to the east, currently flying in some direction. You just get the slightest glimpse of it as it travels through the tree line.
And with Nolan, what all does Nolan know about harpies?
Roll a, I would say, survival check to identify.
Survival. Ugh, that's an 8. Survival.
Unfortunately, while you are very skilled in the arcane, the monsters elude you. You two meet up with Gregory and Corian, currently all standing behind, standing behind this rock, kind of regathering themselves.
As they catch up, RNA grinds to a halt and says, "You found one of the soldiers. Happened here."
Gregory, you're muted. There you go.
Oh, sorry. So I relay what happened to the soldier's dead corpse over there, and I warn everyone that there is some sort of being that seems to be rock-like in nature that kind of disappears, but if you get too close, I believe it just crushes you, and it seems to be in that area where you can see the blood mass and bone over there, and I point right here. Yeah.
The harpies just drag them over there?
So they they lure them over there, and as I saw this gigantic rock hand surface and crush Alania to the bones and pieces, and harpies, it looks like they were using that as a way of getting food. One got too close and suffered the same fate.
And there's some stone thing in the center?
Yes. It seems if you murder the harpies, whoever's in a trance will leave the trance.
That explains the charm theory that I had, though not magical.
I would like to. Does that sound like a creature that RNA? Does the description sound like a creature that RNA would recognize?
In the Ironwoods, there are a lot of creatures that can charm, but specifically harpies, no. Maybe you've read about them, but not nearly as much as scouts, whose job is to focus on reading them.
Oh, talking about the large stone creature that, from the description he gave me, that Gregory saw.
I would roll an Arcana check on that.
Okay.
Nolan may also roll an Arcana check if he would like to.
I shall.
So I go up to.
This is real quick.
I go up to RNA and I touch him and I kind of give him more details using my natural guidance. And
as you
I don't know.
go to do that, what do you mean? What do you mean by your natural guidance?
It's a cantrip.
He's casting guidance to help him.
Guidance. As you go to
He's
do that,
casting a
your
spell.
fingertip begins to feel like a well of pressure exists. You can cast this, however, there seems to be a struggle as you attempt to do so.
And I'm gonna use my Python.
You're gonna use your Pitten?
You're gonna spin it? Okay.
All right. With that, as you click the Pitten, around you, there's a whoosh, as the area itself becomes suddenly colored, and Arne, you light a flame out of suddenness. The repressed flame suddenly now relinquish all that pressure you were using to keep yourself afloat during there, suddenly lights the whole room with a massive bolts of flame. Astrid and Nolan, you guys feel a wave of heat happen. Astrid, all of a sudden you feel yourself, that feeling in your stomach dissipates, and around you is this swirling arcana opening as Gregory tops you in the head and casts guidance.
Okay, I did not know
The
that was
bubble
good.
opens. Arne grabs at his chest and buckles over for a moment while the flames expand.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a moment before they steadily get reeled back in. And he stands there for a moment and he goes,
You
"Get
go,
warn someone before you do that."
I hope you plan on using that wisely. These are not cheaply used or made.
There's just flame boiling off of his shoulders.
so my whiskers are they're sizzling, and I'm like, noted. I'll keep that in mind next time. Ah. But
You need to use magic. Also,
Right.
might I know, is the creature I'm recalling Fae, fiend, or undead of any kind?
So it is not, and as that you have got
Okay.
+4 to the Arcana check, as you can do that, and then as soon as it appeared, that entire life that you guys were given, gets sucked out, going back to a gray and white kind of realm.
Well, I do hope that was worth it.
Yeah. Oh, natural 20 for a 23 on my Arcana check.
Wow.
Oh, and then add the
And then add the guidance,
D4 to it.
the D4 guidance.
Yeah. Oh, the D4.
Add that
guidance.
D4. You have
Right,
you
I
got
forgot.
one
Doesn't add it
more.
automatically.
You got one more than me with a natural 20.
I forgot how to roll.
There's a die off on the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Just
roll
at
a
the
single
bottom,
D4. Yeah,
too.
perfect.
Oh, 26.
Plus 3,
26.
Natural 20 for a 26.
And I got a 22.
RNA, you're listening to everything he's saying. You looked over and see the worked ground that was existing where he was describing it. You see, unfortunately, Elenia and her armor completely ripped to shreds. You see the events that have unfolded as it's described. You and Nolan both start to piece together slowly that when nature is disrupted and there are these massive events going on, that nature itself can manifest in a way that almost tries to dissuade this change. And you guys piece together that a elemental has taken form and root in order to attempt to maybe fix it. Sometimes elementals can be created by wizards. Sometimes elementals can be created by just overwhelming magic in the area. Elementals in themselves can appear for various reasons, but you start to gather, because of your experience dealing with other types of elementals, that this would be the right situation and the right description for either a golem or elemental. And considering the lack of wizard powers here, you would probably assume that it would be a elemental of sorts. Now, as that's happening, as you're doing that, Gregory, I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. 15.
15. Everyone else notices, but Gregory, in your adrenaline during the battle, you did not notice it. As you made that mark onto the harpy, there was a lot going on. It was hard for you to feel any pain. Your adrenaline was going. Your max HP drops by 4. As there is almost, you guys can all see a line of grayness over Gregory's eye that had been there since he casted the mark person, or essentially he used his feature that marks the harpy, and that Arcana use took a toll over his right eye, leaving a large scar of gray and white.
Oh.
I must urge you again to be very careful with casting in this area. We only have so much protection.
Ooh. What did I cast?
You cast guidance.
No, not guidance. Guidance was safe because you used a pitten. This is when
yeah.
during battle when you made that mark.
Mm.
Favored foe. I reread it and it does arcane.
Hey, Rose.
I forget
Did the
about
guidance last after the kitchen?
Unfortunately, as soon as the magic was gone, the enchantment was sucked from you as well.
Seems to me a lot more of you guys use magic than you think.
Well, mine is optional, thankfully, to a degree.
Okay, so we found everyone. What do you want to do now? What's next? Don't we need to solve this thing?
Nolan.
We
Where's
could
the compass point?
ideally try and move around this thing and not agitate it.
All right. So
It's not actively attacking us.
we were able to
As long
be
as we
safe
don't,
walking 40 feet that way.
as long as we just don't step in its range, sounds like the golem should not trigger.
Where does your compass?
And does the compass point past this or through it?
Looks like it points at the moment as you're holding it. It looks like it, like on this map, it looks like it points directly north.
Okay.
Past
So
or
we
through,
could
you don't know
feasibly-
exactly.
So we
And-
could potentially just go around its area and still head in the direction that we need.
You
I have
guys
some
travel around.
concerns, but
As
we'll
you
attempt to travel around.
as you guys begin to travel around, Corian pulls at your fur a little bit, Gregory, and it pulls you off to the side and is like, I don't really know what happened, but thank you.
No problem.
For
Scout duty.
picking up, I think you saved me. Thank you.
You're welcome, Corey. Anything for the guild.
Nolan, as you guys are traveling,
Hearth home.
Hearth and home. Hearth and home. And he grabs at his chest, gives you this little salute. Hearth and home. At the same time, Little Red, also behind you, picking up in the conversations, gives you a hearth and home. Yes, like almost in a almost like a instinctual reaction to the chant.
Rene whispers hearth and home as he continues walking. He
Astrid,
eventually says, I don't know what I'm going to tell the others about Elenia.
Astrid,
I hope overhears everyone saying hearth and home. They're like, why is everyone saying where they're from? Frost bolts to deer.
It's it's their slogan. Don't let it really get to you.
Oh,
You gotta be part
that
of
was
the
like
club.
oh, okay. There's a club. You guys are part of a club.
That's an
Nolan,
order mercenary club.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Frost bolts to deer.
you
Yeah,
make
let's
it
go.
about here before you see your compass pointing directly to the right,
Directly to the right.
which would be the east.
So from down there, it was pointing north, and then we get to this side. Now it's pointing to my right.
Yes. Or
That's
the
directly
east.
to the east. Okay. No one's getting a little bit nervous on what that means. But just to be a little bit sure, he's gonna go up a little bit more to see if it continues pointing towards the center of this like circle of rocks and where this elemental is.
Traveling up forwards, I assuming everyone following as well. You do notice that it points backwards and now would be southeast.
Compass is turning, isn't it?
Yes, we may have to deal with
It's
this
the-
entity.
It's
Use
the
the
golem.
source.
Oh my gosh.
It's at least defending what's the source of it.
Okay.
Oh. As far as Nolan knows, he would have to plant the anchor in the very center of it, not just close enough.
So Nolan would know that you need to place it on what would be considered the epicenter. The epicenter actually shows up in various forms from what you've seen. But all of them are typically essentially the ones that you've dealt with in the past have been small, like red dots, various little like red like pieces of almost like paint on the wall kind of deal. You don't currently see that. It's almost as small as like a bead sometimes, like a bead of metal. In general, typically you place the anchor on top of it and then it will help quarantine.
How heavy is this thing? Like, can it be carried by a flying creature?
The anchor that
anchor?
he has? No one
It's
has.
rather small.
Yep.
It's rather small. It has like a gem adorned at the very top of it. The thing is rather fragile, though.
Okay.
So
when that harpy was killed earlier, was it in flight or was it on the ground? This one harp over here,
The one
the
you
harpy that tried
that
to...
killed was on the that one was on the ground before trying to grab at the scraps and before it was ripped to shreds by the golem.
Okay, so like it landed and was trying to grab something.
Yeah, it landed.
Or
It was
it was
grabbing
hovering
pieces
around.
of Elenia, and then it got destroyed.
Okay.
By the way,
So-
we would have to touch the ground because we need to plant this thing into the center.
Like, what would it have to be dug in or?
As far as
Just
Nolan knows, it just
placed
needs
and
to be stuck.
collaborated.
It just needs to be stuck into the earth at the epicenter.
Okay.
The anchor takes a second to place down.
The anchor.
It requires you to move the runes into whatever matches the frequency. And then, when the frequency matches, the anchor is placed and the zone is quarantined.
It takes time. It's not just a quick stick down.
Right. It takes about an action.
Hmm.
And it has a DC.
Alright.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hey, Gregory. Come here for a minute.
Yes, alright.
This is the source of it all, and we know where we're running to. We have to worry about the others. Mind helping me, player?
Say that again. I'm having audio issues, my bad.
He's asking if you could help him send out a flare.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Since we know what the source of the problem is and where any of the soldiers were run off, I don't think we have to worry about the others being in danger anymore. Knowing
Yeah.
who the other one was, use his help.
I agree. As long as we keep them away from where the creature or golem is located, they'll be fine.
And meet them before they just accidentally run into it.
Yeah.
He
So
pulls out a tinder box and a cloth soaked in oil. Says, "Got a bolt to spare?
yes, sir.
Light it with my own flame, but have an issue these days. Comes with age, I guess." Looks around as no one laughs. The oil.
You
so
Peg to the bolt.
I take out my tinderbox and torch.
Yep. You guys light that arrow off and you fire it upwards into the air. Arya, you catching the flare fire upwards. It's a very minuscule, small little, looks like a piece of flame that flickers in the air, but you manage to catch it with all the gray and white in the air.
Oh, yeah, 23.
Well, this is fun, guys. It looks like my crew will be needing me. Guess they were helpless without... Ow, my arm. Guess they were helpless without me.
I believe I would be going with you. No?
Sure. Let's do it. Just so you know, I'm a pretty fast runner, and you're about to be too. And if they're running with me, they get a +10 to their running speed.
Louis looks back to the rest of the party and goes, "We'll be catching up with you later," and then just starts running with you as well. Louis wants to be part of this general action.
Y'all take care. We're both running. Well, I could run at 45, but I'll slow down a bit, so we're both running at 40.
You and Louis begin jogging. You're moving quickly. Louis is like, "Damn, you sure can run!" Fucking trying to follow along. This human with his cowboy hat and whatnot, he has to hold his hat to his chest because he's running at a speed.
And he's faster with me nearby too.
And that speed comes from the desperation of trying to keep up with you as you're way faster than he could imagine.
You know, you're doing really well. I wasn't expecting this.
My family comes from... My family just keep running.
Oh, glad to know. And we start sprinting to the flare.
Halfway through, he's like, "I'm from the Zephyr." you know, it's not too long before, as the party members, as you guys are having this time available, with everything going on, what are you guys doing before they make it there? How are you guys setting up with this? You get an idea that there's this circle that you don't want to mess with, and occasionally, especially you, Gregory, with the more perceptive, you hear something moving in the forest tree line. You look over and you hear something up high, but you don't quite see it. You know that the harpies are watching. What are you guys doing during this quick time?
By the way, the world map is still up on the stream.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Good call.
No one is noting down, like, okay, well, it's not coming out right here. If we use a few more of the pittons, we could potentially plant down, move into the center, each plant one down, and use that brief time to each all potentially use whatever magic to attack this thing the moment it shows itself. However, we don't know who it's going to show itself to. It appears to be an ambush predator. And stone golem.
You just want to...
No, I thought that.
Does any movement trigger it? What's the cat's name? What's the cat?
I am Gregory Spiffenstein at your service.
Cool. Did any movement trigger it?
It seemed, from what I recall, just landing in the area because the harpy was immediately eviscerated as soon as it did.
On foot. Understood.
What if we just threw something heavy enough to trigger a reaction? Say this stone right here.
It wouldn't hurt to try.
With that, the stone goes flying through the air, crashes into the center.
We should wait till the other gets here.
I didn't say to throw it.
Okay.
Did I throw? Leave my mouth. No. I'm trying to start something.
You will
Trying to take from Brennan Lee Mulligan, trying to keep the narrative moving fast. Go ahead.
Who?
Wow.
Not a worry.
So that flare was just fired. Should we wait for more people? Should we get this show on the road? What's the game plan?
Have more hands that deal with this golem elemental entity. Yeah, I have to get a better look at it.
There's 6 of us right now.
Kill it.
Probably Arya's coming. Arya's probably coming. I hope Arya's coming.
Be here sooner than I expect. So.
And it's about this point where it's
like sprinting through the woods and mock Jesus.
Eventually, you bust through the tree line, and you manage to make it. Just your pure athleticism in this regard. No arcane to it. You're just fast, like just athletic as hell. As Louis is trying to keep up.
That's 80 feet in 6 seconds, or 80 feet in 6 seconds. So that's pretty good.
Well, speak of the devil. Right there. And allies. Make that devils, I guess.
Hey guys, what's up? You know, you did really well. You should be a sprinter.
Yeah, thank you.
You with the lashes, the wonderful lashes.
You know, thank you. I'm glad to finally be getting the respect I deserve. What's your name?
I am.
Please don't
Gregory
compliment him in any way.
Gregory.
I am your service, sir. But be wary. There is an ambush predator over there. You see where the blood and visceration and guts are. Get too close, and you may end up serving the same end.
I see.
Whatever is in there is also the source of the epicenter of this.
It seems to be underground.
Oh, it's underground. Okay. Is it a monstrous creature? Or what are we dealing with?
Stone of some sort.
Stone. Well, if I had my magic, I'm sure we could do something fun about that. But
unfortunately, we have the ability to, at least temporarily. It'll be very brief. Use that time wisely the moment it is down. You should activate multiple of these at once, so maximum area to surround the creature and most amount of people able to use their arcane abilities in order to bring this thing down.
Okay.
Mr. Blonde, what happened to not being a magic?
Who, me? Oh, I'm not a magic user. I look down upon everyone.
No one looks down at his wrist.
Everyone.
Injuries suggest otherwise. Speaking of that, in the event that we do run out of time on our pigeons, how do we intend to take this beast down? It's a stone-based.
We have multiple pitons. They, as you've seen, activate very quickly. So,
And-
ideally, we could keep those going. I like to not use so many so soon, as we have to get out of here alive as well.
What does that mean?
It means just because we get rid of this and put down the anchor doesn't mean we are done with all the threats in here.
Oh, but our magic will be back, right? I mean, not magic. I mean, y'all's magic will be back, right?
This Greyrot won't get any worse, is what it means.
Oh.
Let
Now-
them
Right.
alive.
I don't think anyone ever said that.
Are we ready?
I did.
Well, Nolan,
Yes?
sir.
Yes, Gregory.
From your research, do you know any weaknesses that elementals may have?
Do I know of any weaknesses that elementals may have, DM?
Roll a history check.
Rolling a history check, DM. That's a 23, DM.
I mean, that's a 23, you know? I mean, does he?
So, as far as weaknesses go, grab me 1 second.
Mm-hmm. And this is me pulling something out of my ass, so retcon this if I say something incorrect. I believe thunder-type damage, seismic waves are more effective against them. Piercing, slashing, sort of bladed weapons, not so effective. Blunt, maybe. Better use, but we didn't bring a mining crew with us.
That's absolutely correct.
I see.
So what you're saying is tear it down brick by brick.
Indeed. And if you have anything to shake it up real nasty, I suggest you use it.
I've got that in spades, and I crack my knuckles.
I know. In my backpack here, I have some tools I can make a tremor with, but would have to use a python, I believe.
Would that tremor potentially make it lose its balance?
Yes.
Both definitely very useful.
It should shake it up a bunch.
All
Good
right.
good blood.
So, do we have a game plan?
Game plan.
Yes,
We
shit out of it.
trigger the thing. to
Hey,
show
that
everyone-
sounds like a plan to me.
trigger the
Then
thing
let's
to
get
reveal
this. All right, positions, everyone.
All right.
All right, everybody.
All right.
So, for the sake of this battle and the way that it's going to run, I want you all, I'm going to go through each one of you, and you guys can hold down the left click to ping where you would like to be. RNA, where would you like to start this battle?
Where did you say the creature was again?
It is somewhere in
Dead center.
this, in between all these rocks.
Like- Gotcha.
And I
Big blue.
I guess I want to stand on this rock here and ready my action for when I see the creature. I'm going to use a python and cast Earth Tremor.
For the sake of this battle, we're not going to have any readied actions before the combat begins. But
Oh,
I
okay.
hear, but when it becomes your turn, you can start readying up actions.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
All right.
Blue, I'd like you with me if possible. Get up close and personal with it.
All right, RNA, I would like you to ping where you would like to be.
Would like for some of you to share your
You're coming through really quiet, friend.
Yeah, I'll give him half of my. I'll give him 2 of my 3. I have 5.
We'll see if that'll work. I don't know what's wrong.
That's much better.
Yeah, you're leaning on his.
I think I actually accidentally turned my gain down at some point because it went
Oh, yeah.
very low.
We couldn't hear you. So what were you
all
saying?
the time?
Yes, I asked if I could have a share of pittance from one of you, both of you, however you want to do it. I would like 2 at least.
I'll give you 2 of my
That's Gregory now
It's
with what would
much
be
appreciated.
3.
3, and then
Yeah, he's holding 3 of them.
RNA with 2.
And then I still, and then I still have 6.
Yep.
Now, do the pittons just help one person? Is it like an area?
They open up into a rather large radius, though not exceptionally large. They last very briefly. I'd say about 6 seconds, perhaps.
I got a question.
They trigger instantly.
Yes.
Can someone ready a Pinton before someone else and wait till someone else casts a spell and
We're
then
gonna have you
casts a
guys
spell
start with a
along
pit open. That is valid. You guys can choose to start with a pit open.
I can choose to spin one of my pittons that we open with.
Yeah. I just need to know where
So
everyone
it's-
wants to start.
So as long as I'm standing next to someone with an open pit,
I would like to be at the blue mark.
I
Blue
get
marks?
that.
Got it.
You should be able to cast without the impeding forces of the Greyrot, so long as you are within the area.
Well, I'm not casting, but I appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Okay.
I'd advise that you would.
Little Red,
But by the way, could I get a pitten?
I
Corian,
thought you were going to stand next to
and
someone.
Louis will all be with you, Arne.
Just in case.
No one will pass Arya one pitten.
All right, you have one pit.
Appreciate it. I think I'll be over here, by the way.
Hmm.
Nolan and Astrid, where would you like to be?
No one will prefer to be guarded, and Astrid looks pretty big. So
That's fair.
be beside Astrid.
Astrid, if
And,
you are talking, you're muted.
Oh no, I'm waiting for him to get done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just sticking with Astrid
Astrid, where would you like
We'll
to start
just-
this battle?
for now on this side.
We'll as close as we can get to the perceived edge, I guess is right where we are. And
Yep.
then
Yeah.
maybe see if we can start this shindig, and I'll just throw a big rock, see if I can trigger the golem sensor.
Okay. And so this is the good starting position for everybody?
Yeah.
Who would like to start with a pit open?
I will start with another pitten, and I will give it. I will have Astrid take it and say, "See if your little rock plan works." But
Is
with this,
it's opening a Pitten. Is that like a action, bonus action?
It is
I
a
believe
bonus
it
action to do
is
so.
a bonus action.
Okay. I'm fine without starting with one.
Okay. Arne, are you starting with a pit?
Not at the moment.
Okay. So, I'll narrate all this together in one fell swoop if everyone's comfortable with this starting position.
I'm comfortable with the starting position.
All right, and everybody can see the area of effect, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to narrate this all from the start. All right. So, as you guys begin to surround the area in which the golem is supposed to erupt from, you guys all finding your own positions. Little Red and the Iron Hunters finding the position around RNA, planning on getting a forward assault together. Arya deciding to take his own and grab his glory on the over in his own. He doesn't need people around him. Nolan hiding behind Astrid, who's going to be protecting him. Quickly, Nolan clicks a button around him, and all of a sudden, there's this a massive amount of color and abilities that grow around him. As suddenly, that place is filled with life and action and activity. Gregory, as you stand up high on top of your perch things, you hold your crossbow waiting for it, and Astrid, you hold a large rock. Are you ready to throw it?
Yes.
You throw the large rock as it goes falling forwards, and it hits the ground. And there's a moment of silence where nothing happens. Before all of a sudden, you guys all see the worked ground begin to move slightly. The pieces of the earth beginning to lift up and ripple as a golem hand reaches upwards, grabs the rock, and crushes it in its hands as it begins to appear out of the ground. Everybody, you all have a surprise round. I want everyone to roll initiative.
Whoa. Phenomenal. See, big rock.
Smart idea.
Rock did
Big
work.
rock.
That is a dirty 20.
I got a 10.
All
Gregory
right.
is 10.
Gregory's
I
10.
got a rock.
With that, I'm going to get everybody in there real quick.
I got an 11.
11,
I got an 18.
18. Who am I missing? I'm missing Astrid. Why aren't you in here? Let's see.
Astrid's a 20.
I got a
Astrid's
dirty 20. brother.
Nice. Well done. Well done. Well
Yeah.
done.
It's Astrid, Arya,
Big rock,
Nolan,
fast hands.
Arne, and Gregory.
All right. So the elemental breaks from the ground and it's currently half of its body is within this circle of the pit, and as it spins around, those who are on the side, you can see that its left leg is just directly within the zone where the pit is allowing magical energies. And Astrid and Nolan, you guys see on its left leg almost like 3 different arcane symbols glowing and spinning in circles. Arcane arcana just existing within itself. In the most raw form, Nolan, you see it in Draconic, written down in all kinds of different languages, ever shifting, ever existing. 1 yellow, 1 blue, 1 red, only on its left leg alone. Those who else see it from the outside, you guys see that color within the pitten, and then the other side of its body is completely gray and white as its body kind of reaches upwards and it crushes the rock in its hand, and the stones begin to ripple and like almost dust begins to fade over its face. Astrid, it's your go.
Let's do this. I'm going to run up to it and bonus action, use one of my key points, Astral Arm and Visage.
All right. You run up to there. As you're spinning forwards, you hit that key point. There's an explosion behind you. This ice begins to roll down, and the entire circle that you're in becomes cooler. Nolan, you can feel a chill, and as you breathe outward, ice kind of like you can feel that foggy breath appear as this being that you've not quite known before, this blue creature runs forwards. Arms that are made of actual energy appear above him as the monk's abilities initiate. You appear before him. What does he have to roll?
He needs to roll a dex save.
Dex
DC
save?
14 or, yes, DC 14 or higher to pass.
He fails.
The music's pretty metal, by the way.
He fails. He takes 2d6 worth of damage. Let me roll that real quick.
With that, the explosion that goes outwards, you see these ice shards that
he
appear.
takes 12 damage from that. Oh my
12 damage. What type of damage type?
What's the type?
What's the type?
It's force, right?
Force
Force damage. All right. So that's going to be, let me double check one thing. Force. It does not say specifically, so we're going to go with, excuse me. That's okay, I can fix this.
It doesn't appear to be
Force damage, not thunder.
Damage.
All right, so just double checking if force was thunder. The damage that you see crashes over it. The leg itself bends backwards just for a second. Just takes a slight step. No cracks appear, though the damage in it is massive as it echoes outwards. Oh, Nolan, your ears almost ring as this massive explosion gets kind of almost absorbed into this circle of arcana. All right, what else is going on, Ashton?
Okay, I will use my astral arms to strike at the leg.
All right.
So here we go. Attack 1. That is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
Nice.
That would hit.
Does it hit?
However, Nolan, you see that over its leg, a purple symbol, a draconic language speaking arcane. I want you to roll an arcana check real quick, Nolan. This left leg that he's striking is within the circle.
Arcana check.
That's what I was worried about.
That's an 11.
11. That's not a high DC. That's the DC was 10. As you read that, you immediately read in Draconic very clearly the word shield as his massive astral arm crashes over a purple shield and almost disseminates the astral arm before it has to recover, and the purple energy fades. That spell's been expended. One use of shield is gone, and over its leg you still see an orange and blue color. All right. And do you have any more
attack?
attacks?
Saying you would. Continue.
Sorry, go ahead.
No one will call out that information and say, you wore down one of its magical abilities. Keep at it.
You got it. Second astral arm attack for a 10. Womp
10?
womp.
As you crack into it this time around, you hit hard in the stone, but you see no reaction as the earth golem is just surveying the area with its white piercing eyes. You can all see this. Nolan, I want you to make a perception check.
Understood. Perception check. That is a 18 perception.
18, Nolan, you see it clearly, clear as day, as the head of this golem, elemental, almost rectangle in stature as it turns. You can see over the backside of its head a flat, almost like where you're used to dealing with beads of red, like this red paint. This red paint is almost a splatter onto a wall over its head. This is the largest you've ever seen. All right, Astrid, it's still your turn.
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, that ends up the end of your turn. Arya, it becomes your turn as you see this beginning of the fight initiate.
Well, I try to push the pain down from my arms. Kind of bounce up and down a little bit. All right, it's go time. And I sprint 45 feet to right to the left of my dear friend Astrid.
All
right here.
Yep.
And I'm going to swing at this thing. I'm specifically going to try to swing at the leg.
All right, absolutely. And as you hit the circle, you feel this wave of energy and confidence as you suddenly get reinvigorated with your powers.
That's better. And I'm going to swing at this. Oh, that's a 13 on the first one.
13. Though you get filled with your energy, everyone else sees all of a sudden Arya explodes into this glorious color, his cape flowing behind him and the flowers regaining life. As you swing forwards, there's unfortunately a clink as you don't quite strike through the stone.
Oh, let it go, let it go. The next.
You see Arya like adjust his shoulders for the second hit as it hits.
19. And I'm going to put a little smite in this one. So we're going to do the normal attack, which is 12 on just the sword.
All right.
Plus 6 on the radiant damage as a rainbow of colors bursts out. And we're just going to Nova on this. I'm also going to Inspiring Smite everyone in the 30 feet of me takes.
All right, go ahead.
Everyone within 30 feet of me takes 13 plus 7, so that's 20 temporary HP.
How do you describe this attack as all of a sudden you swing outwards, this explosion outwards? What do you do? How do you describe your smite?
Well, I hit it once. No good. Oh, I just gotta let it go. My arms hurt, but I can't let them see it. I can't let them see it. Oh, I have to hit it with every color I have. And I swing up. I jump on its knee and do a little backflip and try to plunge down into the top of its knee.
Roll an acrobatics check, and if you pass, I'm going to give you a plus D6.
Well, you know I have to. And acrobatics, can it be an athletics check?
Acrobatics.
Oh, okay, that's fine. 22.
That will do it!
Oh.
What did you say it was a bonus for?
A plus 6. You get a plus a D6 for doing the flamboyantness. The flare.
Plus 2.
Plus 2. Yeah. You guys see Arya, his first strike is with a bit of aggressive, a bit grit. Doesn't do anything, and Arya goes, no, that's not me. That's not it. He flips his sword upside down and begins to run up the golem's leg, slicing upwards. And as you see that, Astrid, you're the one on his side. You can see that the blade runs upwards, making a small line of light as he runs up the leg, jumps upwards, does a backflip, and slices back down, dealing that damage. The golem itself gets sliced, almost like a glowing light where it's left behind. And then beyond that, the flowers in the area around you begin to grow. All within the radius that Nolan has set. The pitten begins to get full of flowers blooming and growing. And unfortunately, only those within the circle get impacted by his aura. So if you added that aura, make sure that you did not, if you were not within that circle.
That's fine. The sword also whistles in a very humorous tone, I would say.
Right.
And I give a funny little smile at the Ember guy. I say, who's useless now? And I end my turn.
Nolan, it becomes your turn.
Wonderfully magnificent as always, Arya.
Thank you.
Nolan, it's your turn. Gregor, you're coming up.
All right. Okay, Nolan, seeing this explosive display of power, he will cast a catapult on this little shield or a little remnant of armor that's down there, and have catapult fling it towards the golem. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 16.
All right. It fails. Made a 3.
All right. It takes 3d8
What type of damage?
Bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning?
Bludgeoning.
All right.
That is 12 bludgeoning from the catapult.
Arya, as you duck down towards, you see a shield go flying almost like an arrow. God, gets stuck right where you stabbed, and the damage hits, but you see the shield ricochet off, not dealing quite as much as you might imagine.
Mm.
You should make it spin, make it look cooler.
Streams.
I'm more
paused, by the way.
practical than that. The stream's paused.
More boring, more
Stream's
lying.
pause? All right, I'm going to put a pause
Yeah,
on
stream's
everything.
paused.
Why, fix that?
Mm-mm.
I think that's the first time I've ever got like max damage on my
That was huge.
On your
That was
blast.
awesome.
yeah.
That was great.
I like that. It definitely set the scene.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yep.
good. Pretty
All right,
strong.
we should be back up and running now.
Okay.
Also,
Working on.
also, Astrid, you have 20 temporary HP.
Oh yeah.
And you too, Nolan. You also have 20 temporary HP.
Oh, 20. I thought it was like just the 13.
No, it's 13 plus 7. You have 20
My goodness.
temporary HP.
Gotcha,
Okay, so that
gotcha.
was the, I believe that was the...
That was my action.
Yep, your action,
And
Nolan.
then, do I know like if this is gonna drop very quickly? This, even though we had a bit of a wait for the thing to show up when I put the thing down.
You're talking about
Is that
your pitten?
Yeah.
You know that your pitten will drop by the end of the round,
Okay, by the end of the round.
or at the end of the round.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's gonna suspect that the other members will use their pittance and we'll keep the flow going of our front lines right now. So he will hold on to his and maybe move just a little bit forward. Just
Your stream's down again.
forward.
Stream's
Yeah,
down
if
again.
I use my pit in my turn.
No, I'm seeing it.
Does it
I see
end
it
at the
just
end of the round as
It was
well?
paused
Okay.
for a minute.
So say that again, Gregory.
If I use my pit in my turn, does it end by the end of the round as
End
well?
of your next
Like
turn.
After my end of my next turn, okay.
Yep. Is stream good, guys?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm seeing it just fine.
All right. So that the end of your turn,
Oh,
Nolan?
that's paused again.
And now it's paused.
I think it's just when you minimize
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It says when you minimize your.
That's
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
When I
then-
minimized it. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's when you minimize.
Got it. Nolan, that the end of your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, so that's going to move us on to Little Red, who's currently, you see her, she tries to reach back, she doesn't manage to get her bowstring, she looks at you, Arna, and she goes, can't do it. She starts running forwards. You see the flame in her hair begins to blow outwards as she runs downwards, and she just hits the side of the all stone elemental with the side of her actual bow. Let's see here. All right, it's gonna be the hit. Natural 20!
Ayo.
Wow! There's
Let's
this
go.
massive sounding
Whack.
as she hits the side of it. You can almost see like if the golem could have like a moment, if it had hair, you would see like the hair on the back of its neck stand up as it kind of like moves in a weird, awkward fashion as the bow cracks underneath it. She does pull it back up though and looks at the bow being highly damaged. Once enchanted, no longer enchanted by the area that she's surrounded with. It's now binted in a terrible way. However, she does deal 4 damage as it doesn't do quite as much damage as she would imagine. Shit!
Red, be careful.
I'm doing my best here. All right, so it's gonna make your turn, Gregory.
All right, so I'm going to, I'm gonna jump down from my perch, and as a bonus action, I'll be using the pitten.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm going to cast Earth Tremor, but in a way that it doesn't capture my homies.
Okay. You cast Earth. You open up the pitten. Little Red's hair lights a flame. You hear her call out. That would have been great any time earlier. And then it becomes, and then you cast Earth Tremor as like the ground. She actually grabs onto the golem to keep track of like not to fall over. Now, what does the Earth Tremor? What does the Earth Golem need to do?
All right, so the Earth Golem needs to, give me a second.
Is it a strength or a dex save?
And
So,
what's the area of it?
He's aiming it to
Alright,
make
so
sure
the-
it's not hitting any of you.
yeah, the area is 10 feet.
Oh yeah, that's doable.
That's good. Yeah, you can hit him just specifically.
So, you have to do a dexterity saving throw.
All right, he made a 5. He failed.
On a failed save, a creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
What type of damage? Bludgeoning? Never mind. All right, roll it.
Bludgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Prone's the big part.
6. Yep, knocked prone. 3.
3. It deals 1 damage, 2 damage because we have aggro rolled. It deals 2 damage as it doesn't hit as much as you would expect it to, as the ground shakes and she's she tries to grab on. She actually grabs onto the golem, but then the golem trips over. She herself has a difficult time keeping her footing. Arya, the ground below you shakes. Ash, the ground below you shakes, but you guys are unfazed as the golem does fall prone. You see its leg kind of slip out from under it before it crashes down on its back.
Okay.
And now that the golem is completely covered by the pitten, do we see more glooms?
Completely covered in runes, you can see 7 different colors of runes currently flowing and changing, ever shifting. Nolan, if he didn't have multiple, you would be able to decipher what exact spell it is, but you're gonna have to make consecutive arcane checks against each color to try to figure out what it is. But if it were just one, it would be easier, but all the languages are mixing together. Now, yes, it is completely colored in various colors and changes and seemingly runes.
That's what I was worried about.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, that is the end of my turn.
All right, becomes Louis' turn. All right then. Louis quickly comes running forwards. He's gonna actually, let's see, he's gonna make a quick acrobatics check up here. Let's see. All right, Louis makes a climb to get on top of this rock before he grabs he has a spear. He's gonna throw that spear outwards out of a few of his. Let's see if it hits. That's a 22 that hits. The spear managed to fly forwards, and you see it clink off. That's the highest damage it could do. It hits the golem in the head on the ground. Although he just rolled this, it's okay. I should have been disadvantaged, but I didn't do it. It deals not as much damage as you'd expect, as the spear kind of clicks off the body of the golem. It doesn't seem to be crazy. All right, let's make it Corn's turn as Corn goes running forwards as well, getting right up on the golem. Corn's gonna roll to hits with his spear. Natural 1, unfortunately, as he clinks it forwards and the spear snaps in half over the golem. Oh, that was my only spear!
People be hating on Corn.
That makes it the golem's turn. All right. Firstly, what you guys see is immediately around it, the elemental. Excuse me.
Didn't we have a surprise round?
You did have a surprise round. That's absolutely right. And also, why are you not in combat, RNA? I'm gonna get you fixed up.
I don't know.
RNA, you've managed to elude my combat.
Always me.
You managed a special power. You got an
time.
initiative of 11. RNA, it's your turn. You're right that you guys did have a sneak round. Good call.
When was I
Good job
supposed to go?
You're supposed to go before Gregory, but now you're in combat. Go for it, my man.
Okay, great. All right, you know what? That's fine. I'll take what I can get.
Terribly sorry. I don't know how that happens.
I don't know either. So, Arne is going, after seeing Lil Red run off and smash her bow against it, Arne is going to sprint right behind her. Hold on, well, not behind her, but God, I guess I can't select that open space between Corian and the dead harpy is where I'm looking to go.
All right. You run your way forwards. Easy enough. You make it there.
As Arne passes the magic circle, his flames reignite again, similar to before. However, this time, as soon as Arne passes the barrier, his flames grow even brighter than they had before. They expand outwards for a moment before he tries to reel them back in, and the temperature around him begins to rise rapidly. Anyone that's even relatively close can feel just the sudden shift. Even combats Astrid's cold from his astral arms, like a torrent that's fighting. And he's going to activate his Cinderkin form right off the bat. Once he makes it to the creature, he takes a moment, holds his hands together,
and then rears back, and with a he plunges them both into his chest. Flames expand again for a moment, and the flames that cover his body get noticeably heavy around his arms and his legs. You can hear the fabric of his suit start to stretch, some popping noises as it's getting stretched out a little bit too much as he grows just a little bit in size, not by much, but you can tell that he's getting slightly bigger. And when he pulls his hands out, most of his flame is, like I said, centered around his ribs. And he's using his Crimson Right as a bonus action, which means he has to take a 1d6 damage. Hold on. Not just, okay. I just have to roll it in the game. Ow!
Stream paused.
Does that activate it?
As he does so,
Is returned.
Yeah.
Ooh, rolled a 5.
As he does so, he is visibly hurt as he takes 5 points of necrotic damage. And he crouches down and he says, "First hit's gonna be light. Second's gonna hurt a lot more." And he rushes forward at the beast and tries to throw a punch.
It's prone, so you have advantage.
You do have advantage because it's front.
Ooh.
True.
Give him a good old whack.
Let's see. RNA, let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna just do them
Nice,
together.
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
The second
Now, thank you for doing
Love
it this
it.
way.
Also
Yep.
20, yeah.
23 and a 20, both hit, correct?
Both hit.
As he does so, RNA lays down for a moment, not flat, but like a runner would, before they start. And you see a small torrent of flame appear behind his ankles. And you can hear him whisper to himself, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna fucking kill you. He leaps forward at the beast and slams. With his first hit, he'll slam his knee into the back of the creature. And while still in the air, the torrent of flame on his left foot gets brighter, and it causes him to spin the other direction. And that foot slams against it as well for a second hit. And he lands on the ground and skids away before pulling up a defensive position. Let me roll damage.
God damn!
Hold on. This is good.
Space.
Hold on. Give me a second. Gotta find a better way of doing this.
Don't stress on it too much. Just keep in mind that when there's times of limbo, I will cut it from the video. So don't stress on it too much.
Gotcha.
Just try to focus on, like, the time's okay, but focus on having really good narrative moments.
Gotcha.
Very cool, very cool.
All right, epic. So
Base
total
metal,
damage
base
is
metal.
going to be 22.
God damn, 22
points
fire
of
damage?
each. Yes, his attacks all count as magical and fire.
This mixture of just attack and fire explodes outwards. Everyone suddenly is sweating from the sudden explosion of heat. Holy shit. The golem itself,
Next one's
you're
gonna hurt
melting
even
its
more, big
actual
boy.
stone. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That will be the end of my turn, yes.
All right, you guys have the surprise round. Our Astrid rolls back around you. This massive fire being just existed.
Turn to the ground.
Okay, so it's prone as well, right?
That's right.
Phenomenal. I will roll to hit again. Astral arm punches with advantage this go around. Okay, that's an 11. No, that doesn't hit. Or 16. Does the 16 hit? This is
16
the advantage
will hit.
first attack. Word. So I'll do the same
Excuse
thing.
me,
Cameron
sorry.
did.
A 16 won't hit. I apologize.
Oh, wow.
I apologize. I
You
was
should give it to
mistaken.
me anyway because you already said it hits.
I'm afraid not.
Wow.
Wow, terrible DM. Brandon would be disappointed. Follow up.
22.
That will hit.
Second attack.
Yeah, there we go.
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'll roll that damage. That sucks. That's 4 damage. Bonus
4
action.
damage. Bonus action.
Flurry of blows.
All right.
More punchies. That's a 21 to hit.
No,
that
hit.
one- That's not even with advantage. 5 damage. Second attack. And that's 10. With that second to last punch.
So advantage.
Oh, that's right. That's advantage. That's advantage. That's advantage.
Oh, that's advantage.
That's a 14. It still misses. That's fine.
Take the hit, take the
That
hit.
second to last hit
14
that
does not
I
hit.
did hit.
No.
I want him to roll a con save.
All
and I'm
right.
going to use yet another key point to try and stun him.
Stunning strike. Here
He
we
rolled a
go.
13.
Down.
And he fails.
All right.
He
With
is
that,
now stunned.
he's
So
now
how I'd
stunned.
like to narrate
Heyo.
this pretty please
Go
is
for it.
with the fluxation and mixture of fire and ice, Astra gets a surge of anticipation because he hasn't been able to flex his muscles in quite a long time. So he wants to go all out and actually kind of show off a little bit. Kind of Arya's brushed off on him a little bit. So he'll punch, and then with the final one, he'll just one-inch punch in one particular spot and stun it. Nothing fabulous, just bam.
With
Enough
that,
enough that everyone sees it, and he is now stunned.
as you're going bam, 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 you're hitting it over and over again. Pieces of stone are clicking off of your fist as you're beating down. Your astral fists are coming over your shoulder and also wailing down onto it as you're creating this weak spot, right? You're bam, 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 bam. You're hitting this one spot. Each 4 fists all hitting the same spot over and over and over again at incredibly fast speeds. Arya, it's a blur of movement as Asher is just like a machine gun bearing down into his side, and then eventually, none of them's really hitting to its core, but that's the point. Astrid's getting through the armor to a specific spot as this one Astral Fist comes over his shoulder with an incredible, gloriousness to it. Almost some of that arcane energy that's in the air follows it along. There's a bit of trail behind it of white light as it crashes down into the golem, and you can see the entire golem, all the cracks within it, glow a white color for a second, shining ever so brightly. RNA, you're up to his eyes where you see the white blank eyes light up even brighter before dimming down to a weird gray as the blast hits straight into its just the key magical energy flowing through its body being interrupted.
All right, everyone, light this thing up.
All right.
You know, Astrid, I love it when you act like this.
Thanks, Arya.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it is.
Arya, your turn.
Okay. Well, I would like to do seeing that my friend has just created a spot, and he's been hitting at one spot, I pat him on the shoulder, give him a little nod, that I want to hit at that spot as well.
Go for it.
I spin my sword once, casting Thunderous Smite on myself, making the sword that already whistle at a higher frequency as I try to stab it into our friend here. All right, that is a 27 to hit for the first one, and then a 21 to hit for the second one.
Those will hit.
Okay. Well, I think it only goes for one. Yeah, the first one. Okay. So I'm just gonna do all the damage at once. So
Yep,
that's
thank you.
14 damage plus 13 damage. So that's 27 right there. And then 2d6. And the 2d6 is thunder damage, by the way,
Oh.
for 9 extra damage. So in total, that is 9 plus 13 plus 14. That's 36 damage, and 9 of that was thunder damage as I spin my blade around once, twice. I throw it up in the air like I'm a honor guard person, and as I catch it from it spinning in the air, I slam it down on the spot.
Damn.
And also because it's a thunderous smite, the whistling that was produced rings with thunder that is audible 300 feet around me.
Damn. So the first hit he hits, he slams down, it cracks into the golem, and the blade actually leaves his hand for a second as it goes. You can hear the whistling up in the air as Arya looks at it, not even looking upwards to the blade. The blade kicks into the air with this whistling, almost beautiful whoom, whoom, whoom sound as Arya raises up his hand, awaiting for his sword to meet his fingertips as he grasps around it and slams down right in the same spot that Ashford had created this white glowing entry point, this very obvious weak point. As this massive explosion happens, the wind blows backwards, Little Red's hair goes flying, the flames that are her hair goes flying backwards. RNA, also your flames get whoosh, a quick wind blow backwards. Astrid, you also, like, your eyes almost like they get kicked up from the dirt. Nolan, all the way away from where you are, your coat goes flying backwards like the wind billowing it. Gregory, you have to like grab onto the stone to keep yourself from being blasted backwards a step as Corian does get blasted backwards almost 10 feet from the explosion that happens as Arya looks down with this terrible, evil grimace over his face, destroying something with malice for no reason. Nolan, it becomes your turn.
Lashes.
Yeah, I lift up the sword and brush my hair back and end my turn.
You like whip your hair back. I love it. I love it. Nolan, with all that happening around you, all that coldness quickly hits you as your Piton dies, falling to the ground.
He will collect the spent one to hopefully have it recycled, and then we'll step into the area, and we'll one take take some samples of where the thing broke to potentially like read the runes later, but he will primarily look for that the source of the Greyrot. I think you said it was like a bead of some sort that we were looking for.
That's exactly right. Arne. Oh, sorry, Nolan. Excuse me. As you were seeing before, the source of the Greyrot's typically like a paint splatter on the wall or on the ground, on a rock, on a tree. But this being, its side of its head is this splatter of what looks to be the same color, the same like kind of paint that is the Greyrot origin. It's different. It's different than what you're used to seeing. This is much larger. Typically, it's like a little bead that just sits on the ground and spews out the Greyrot. But this looks to be a part of an actual, elemental. And furthermore, it looks to be like a big splatter rather than a small dot, what would be normally what you're used to seeing, like the tiniest bit of paint. But it's actually part of the being.
Strange. Nolan, not having seen this before and believing, this thing being the origin point of the Greyrot, takes out the anchor and will find a fracture point on the golem with which to potentially embed the anchor on the golem itself, and will attempt to place the anchor and activate it.
I will say, Nolan, you are very aware that the anchor needs to be placed on the actual, like, what would be the splatter. But it's on the golem, so you're still doing the same thing. But Nolan, while this thing's being pinned to the ground and beaten down by everything around it, you gently walk up to what would be its head, and you see on the side of its head as it's like moving its eyes. It's gray right now, dull gray, not moving too much due to the stunning strike. I want you to sit. If you want to use your action, you may sit down and try to use an Arcana check to try and essentially activate the anchor.
He will do so.
All right. That's a DC 20.
Roll a 27.
27. Nolan.
To activate it.
How do you want to describe this?
He will approach in his sort of calculated, calm way, as if like, this was expected. Nah, it's all business, and we'll dial it in the proper frequency as per described to have the anchor function. Looking at the curious splatter of this paint, like, interesting, these haven't seen that before, but believing that he will need to place the anchor in the spot, he will look at a newly formed fracture in it, in which he can properly plant said anchor within the golem and have it affixed into it and activate it.
As everyone's beating down into this thing, just absolutely ripping at a new one, tearing down, like you see Little Red whacking it with the bow. RNA is just, like, there's this like yelling this as he's ripping his hands and tearing off pieces of its shoulder. Astrid is currently beating down heavily into its side stomach, and Arya is fixing his hair. There's lots of mayhem happening. And as that's happening, you focus and you place this little circle, what would be no bigger than like the lighter that you'd use in your car, like a car lighter, like plug-in. And you place it down. Immediately there's this arcane web that starts like making this electricity arcane off of the top of this golem's, like the top of its head. And you start plugging it in. You're spinning this dial and spinning this dial and spinning this dial. Various colors start to appear. No one really notices you. You're a little low key with this as you're working along. All this other stuff is just background noise. You just drown it. You're focused, and everyone else is rah, yeah, destroy. But Nolan's not. It's like he's solving a math problem. You see like calculus going over his head. He's figuring out you see him muttering to himself, and all of a sudden, the whole golem, as it's still fighting for its way up, it's trying to pull its chest up. There's like this roar, this guttural, like earthy scream as it gives outward, and you find it. The anchor changes color and turns from this white thing to a green. The golem's eyes quickly stop for a second as it looks upwards with its chest reaching up to the sky, and with that, there's a almost explosive noise that kind of hits over it before its body grows very still. The rocky bit, it's like holding his chest up. He starts to go still, and his eyes begin to close down. Nolan, I want you to roll a perception check.
Ignore that, by the way. Very sorry.
You're good. No,
Perception,
I want you to roll a
understood.
perception check.
Perception check. Yikes, that's a 10.
10. There's something odd about the splatter, and something odd about the anchor that you noticed last minute before there's a and it's all gone. The golem disappears. The air clears. You look upwards. And this wasn't contained. It's gone. Everybody feels their bodies return to normal. The flames of the cinder can light a flame again. All of a sudden, those who felt all repressed can breathe. But the Greyrot's gone. Entirely.
No one will put his hand up to his chin. His eyes will narrow. He's going to note all of that down. Like, unexpected results, though very positive, will require further investigation. Expertise in golems and elementals required. Could have taken a sample.
The golem in its entirety also completely gone.
Yep.
Well,
What about the chips and pieces that fell off of it?
Yeah,
As you go
it's
to
probably
those
not
are findable. Those are easily accessible. And the blades uniquely have like a liquid upon them, almost like a blood. Not normal for for elementals.
Where the hell did he go?
oh, ow! I was not expecting to fall like 4 feet. I was on top of that thing.
This
Who did that?
was unexpected.
Who made the golem disappear? What?
It just vanished. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Right. This was a positive but unexpected result.
I'd like
So that was it.
It's back.
I'd like to go to the
Indeed.
body.
Well,
That
I
was
guess-
easy.
Yeah, that was fun. Whew, that felt nice. I can feel again. Can I look down and are my hands still messed up?
Your wrists still have that gray rot to them.
Okay, but I'm no longer under restriction, right?
You're no longer under restriction with your spells, though your HP is still dropped.
No one will look at his wrist and take note of that and feel it. Like, that didn't immediately revert.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try one thing. I'm just gonna put 1 drop of HP into my hand with my other hand and see if that does anything.
Unfortunately, it heals the wounds if you sustained any during battle, but does not increase your max HP. And you look over towards you look over towards Little Red's hand, who you had healed. Though it did restore in color somewhat from your healing, you can see that the fingers have withered again.
Oh. Hey, Nolan.
Temporary restoration within this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me more about this thing. What happened to my hands?
Well, if you had paid attention to anything I have said, you would understand that magic is terribly suppressed here.
All right, what does that mean? A, I don't use magic, like I said.
Well, the Greyrot seems to disagree with you, pointing at your wrist.
B, how do I fix this?
Yeah, how do we fix this?
No one will try and recall any information of other people who have ventured into the Greyrot and have suffered, like, casting things of it, have, like, injuries like this have healed over time, if it could be magically restored. What is required to restore this?
Roll a history check.
History.
Oh, dude. I want to go over to RNA too.
18.
18. You know of a well-known story shared amongst the wizards of a man named Magus. He used to be a fine enough wizard, though he had a terrible experience in the he had a terrible experience within the Greyrot. Magus is a known study case because he cast and he cast and he cast and he did everything he could to survive, and he did survive, but he never casted another spell in his days. There are plenty of healers, many who came from far and wide. They could never heal Magus. It was never found.
Bummer.
No one will.
There goes my eye.
His face will go sour a bit and will say, the Greyrot is still being studied. A treatment for its effects from casting within it have not been discovered as of yet.
I think...
Fortunately, yours is relatively minor compared to the one example that we have.
Oh, well, that's good. I think you're going to help me fix this. And also, if you have the chance, I think you can get us some food.
Well,
I'm rather parched.
Fortunately, we're not too far from a town.
Oh my god, did you hear that, Astrid?
I did. The bulwark, I believe.
Indeed.
Just one step in my
We're warm.
destination.
Yeah, you should have been warned, like seeing signs out on the other side, correct?
No.
No signs.
That is also concerning.
Yeah,
Yeah, there were no signs.
no signs. None.
I meant you were told not to cast magic.
Oh, yeah. Arya doesn't know how to listen.
I was also told not to kill so many other things that I've killed. I was told that I was a pestilent little thing with the last thing that tried to attain godhood. It happens a lot. I just, I do what I want.
So listening is
Look at where
a
that
common
got you.
problem for you.
Yes.
Look at where that got me. I look back at the crater from the golem or the elemental. Yeah, I guess I can look where it got me. Hey,
And
you should-
no one will grab his gray wrist and say, I would advise you be very cautious about further casting whilst you have this effect upon you. We don't know the effects of continuous casting whilst the Greyrot has affected the body. That is still being studied. We don't want to risk making it worse.
Well, I still have to heal that one guy.
We'll utilize healers who do not have an effect such as this.
All right, fine. I think you deserve, or I deserve, and Astra deserves an explanation of
I've given you
this-
several.
Well, you've given me the field explanation. I
I've
think
given you several.
while we're walking towards Bulwark, you can inform me more of this place and what the hell just happened. And
I have told you several times.
While they continue talking, RNA will walk towards the body of Elenia, or what's left of it.
Yeah, do we keep some sort of like dog tag or something system thing?
That's why I said what's left, but
The Iron Hunters don't typically keep specifically dog tags, but lots of weapons and lots of armor sometimes get little like initials crafted into them. Elenia had a necklace, not a dog tag, but rather something given by her lover back in Ironheart. And it has a small like scratch in of VB, whose name that might be. There's a lot of people who start with the V, and you don't know many people's last names off the rip, but you know that there was someone back at the hearth for her.
RNA will pull the necklace off. Says, maybe Center will know. The rest of you, going forward, remember that missions like this are not easy. They are never easy, especially when they have a casualty of any kind. Not refer to them as such.
I hold up an okay symbol.
As RNA says that, I'm gonna go over to the harpy and inspect its body more.
Roll an investigation.
Okay. 9.
The body itself is mutilated to an incredible degree. It's basically like a soda can that was crushed. The golem itself quickly eviscerating all that would have been originally identified as a harpy.
Oh no, I meant the one on the rock
The one on the rock.
that
Excuse
I
me.
shot down. Yeah.
You look over and you see that it is starved. You don't know how long it was in the Greyrot. You know that time worked differently in the Greyrot, and that they were acting in a very pained and almost desperate way. Unlike maybe you can gather with 9 that their call that was so horribly changed was a result of time, and a result of hunger, and the result of malnutrition. You can see its neck is like very thin, bony, as it's like you can see like the little Adam's apple of the thing just kind of like poking out from the lack of skin and fat. Its legs almost look like they themselves are like dehydrated, like jerky. But the beast itself is felled. And there's not much more to note besides that. You check its belongings, and you find that mostly it had like a little rusty sword, short sword, maybe picked up from one of the bodies. And its talons itself were actually like almost nervously or obsessively sharpened by its teeth constantly, like a hungry animal. It has scars over its face that look like come from other talons. Perhaps harpies fought each other. Perhaps they were all caught in the cloud of the Greyrot, all at the same time in an unfortunate manner, and they fed off of the travelers that were also traveling in or getting caught at the initial strike.
Okay. Do I also? I would like to do like a perception check to see if the other harpies are still around.
Well, perception check.
Make sure we're all safe. All right. 22.
Taking a glance around, though this is a harpy's nest, and almost like a raven on a highway using cars to crack a nut, they are using the golem to kill people in order to eat them. But it seems as though with this newfound freedom, they are nowhere to be seen.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Should we warn people of Bulwark of these harpies? I guess not.
Are you muted?
Cam,
He might be muted.
you might be muted.
I was muted.
Oh, there we go.
My mistake. I didn't want my chair to make noise.
Word.
I don't think we have to worry much about the harpies anymore, especially with the Greyrot gone. They'll likely return to normal behavior, but it definitely wouldn't hurt to say something. I'm more concerned about what Center is dealing with now. If this wasn't considered the big deal, then I don't know what they're doing.
Wait, so there's more of them?
Yes, my boss was sent to another location nearby.
A bigger one.
Oh, a bigger one. Huh. Well, that's very unfortunate. Is your boss a strong man?
If you're willing, we would very much like your assistance in dealing with the second one. If
I
it's
think-
not handled already.
I think I need a drink first.
You guys gather.
I was
You
already saying.
guys gather the others, Iron Hunters, currently. So the one with the arrow still through his leg, kind of being dragged along, as much as he can. He's like walking funny because he has an arrow in his leg. And you guys begin your way back to the bulwark.
Do we take bodies back for like proper burials?
If you so wish, you guys gather the bodies.
Step away real quick.
Though the Iron.
I think Justin had something he wanted to say, actually. I
What's
think
up,
his mic
Justin?
was cutting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Arya, or Arne.
Sure. What's up, brother?
So this Greyrot was really holding you back. You just exploded into fire. That's the
Second
warmest I've
command
ever
for a
felt.
reason.
That was the warmest I've ever felt since leaving my homeland.
Where are you from?
I am from the north, from Frostbolstadיר. I'm a Goliath.
You know, I thought you mentioned that earlier. From the Frostbolstadיר.
Yeah.
Clicked in my mind back then, but wasn't sure I'd ever actually. I took you for a changeling. I'll be honest. Do you know?
Changeling.
Do you know what you're even doing out here?
Not anymore. I had a mission in Crossroads, but it went belly up. So now I'm headed too low to do something, and then I'm headed back home.
Nolan raises his eyebrow. Crossroads? Why would you need to travel all the way from the Frostbolstadיר to Crossroads?
A delivery.
It's top secret.
Is it now?
And we will leave
Goliath
it at
very
that.
subtle.
Yes.
My brother, you are a Goliath. I don't think you understand the implications behind that.
Your kind is
The last
very rare.
the last time a Goliath was seen, it's been decades, maybe more. And before that, it was gods. Or stories, I'm not sure. No one knows.
Yeah, I kind of figured on all the looks I was getting in Crossroads. I try to be on my best behavior, but trouble seems to find me pretty easily.
Ashford was it?
That's right.
How did you guys know your way around these lands?
Well, I had a guide. And my master, the guide, Smoking Joe.
Smoking Joe.
Arne
Smoking Joe,
Gregory.
yes.
The word Smoking Joe immediately clicks as somebody who was a member of the Iron Hearth. Though he took up a job not involving the Iron Hearth and recently left with the promises of returning.
Arne looks towards Gregory for a moment. Do we know when he left for said job?
Some odd weeks ago before your trip, and you weren't sure where he was going. You had no idea who would even be going the Crossroads. That's incredibly far for your guys' venture. it was probably assumed that he'd be visiting Low, much closer city. He was very quiet about his leaving.
Hold on a minute.
Well, where's Smoking Joe now?
I don't know.
He kind of ran away.
I really tried to kill him, but he left.
You tried to kill him.
Well, he tried to kill us, and he also kind of burnt down a part of the city.
Church.
So
Yeah, that sounds like
Hold
Smoking
on.
Joe.
that sounds like smoking. Wait, you guys know him?
Smoking Joe is an iron hunter. You know,
He's one of you guys?
well, was. I don't know if he's dead or not. He
I
left
hope
some
he's
time
dead.
ago. Almost a year now, I believe.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Did he return?
We haven't
he-
seen him since.
Did he say anything? Because he's kind of dealing with
Well,
Astrid, what would you call them? They're like an undead army of water ghosts and prisoners. Yeah, it's this whole thing.
We'll have to
Water
look.
ghosts?
Water ghosts. Yeah.
It's to tell you the story of what happened in Crossroads would take a very long time, and that I'm too tired to talk about right now, and really don't
Yeah.
want to talk about.
As
Yeah,
you say, you
honestly,
don't
I
want to
think
talk
I
about
just
it.
need a drink, you know.
Little Red kind of pipes up and goes, "Did something happen at Crossroads? What happened at Crossroads?"
Oh, nothing.
My brother.
How's your bow?
Something happened in Crossroads.
You said your job
Right.
went belly up and it was top secret. And you encountered Smoking Joe and you said he burnt a church?
I've always wanted to
He
see
burned most of the
Crossroads.
church.
He killed so many goblins, but they're goblins, so no one really cares.
I kind of cared.
Like
This
three
is
people,
true.
3 Iron Hunters' eyes kind of go upwards from that.
Wow.
Wow, Astrid. All this time, I thought because you were, I just thought because you were, mindful, you wouldn't say anything like that. But wow, okay.
All the stories of books I've read about goblins, I don't know. I've never really met one.
To be
They're
I
fair,
just-
suppose they would be rather conservative
They're
up
just
there.
green and mischievous, is what the books tell me.
Well,
Look.
most of the
This
books
is my
are true.
This is my first exposure to everything outside of my homeland. So
That's
if I
fair.
get some info wrong, cut me some slack.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's the case with any race. Any that have any sentient thought, anyways. There's plenty of bad ones, but not all of them can be terrible.
Yeah, like Smoking Joe, he's pretty terrible.
But statistics don't lie.
A human. In fact, I think he destroyed the city. So,
was
He destroyed the whole...
was Smoking Joe well liked in our
2 people
don't-
of the Iron Hunters are caught, like their eyes go wide as you describe that a city has been destroyed. What?
Destroyed a city?
Arya, shut up. We will talk about this later.
So Crossroads has been burnt down by Smoking Joe, is what I'm hearing.
No.
And whomever they went with on some unrelated mission.
RNA. Smoking Joe did not cause the destruction of Crossroads. I will get into it later, but I would like to talk to your boss, if this is on a need-to-know basis, about Smoking Joe. You are second in command, so you are in the right to know about this as well.
RNA takes a deep breath. He pauses for a moment after, hearing him. And he takes a deep breath just to... All right. And which he says out loud. And he turns away,
So
stops for a moment. He says, "How do we leave? I've never been here."
The way we came.
Gregory.
Which way
with
was
his
that? I was
sense of
sprinting.
direction.
you're just so helpful, aren't you, wizard?
Awesome tracking.
Very.
Die.
I know the way back, I assume. And
Yes.
I also respond to RNA with my great memory. I do recall that our mission here was volunteer service. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM. And what it sounds like whatever happened in Crossroads was during our trip. And there's no way that Center would probably know about what's up with Smoking Joe, but
You make a very good point.
But we can
All
ask him ourselves.
We have no choice.
A
If there's another
rogue
Iron Hunter
agent.
running around destroying things, we can't have that.
You guys begin traveling back. Mario, Astrid, there's a break in the clearing as you guys find yourself face to face with this massive city with beautiful, ornate design, walls that stretch ever high. There's this massive stone sculpture of a woman who stands outside of the walls, looking inwards into the city. She stands several hundreds of feet tall, completely made of stone, as she looks down at an open book, and her right hand points out with a staff, pointing to the center of the city. Her features beautiful, her hair made of stone, stuck flowing in the wind behind her. A bit of light for you travelers after such a harsh time before. A bit of hope to something better than your experience in Crossroads. And as the party heads this way, learning each other, learning more and more about the adventures that came before, we'll pick ourselves back up next week as we enter the Bulwark. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this is a fun adventure for you as it is a fun adventure for us, and I hope you have a great night. Bye-bye!
Let's go.
Yay.
We did it.
Bye-bye,
We got
everyone.
another forest.
Yeah.